right, the shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. Still watch what you say out your mouth, cause 50 shots still turn the gun out. I'm Mr. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Hood when I'm traveling. Get that when I'm traveling. Six pack wood when I'm traveling. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right. The shoe. Seeking a place where you're free, and I got what it takes to round the mic right.
But Ish, what can't be fleeting?
And then you're letting him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by
So the
women?
majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women?
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't go well in your favor. So you say things like, okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they
because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I could see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing that get Black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Wow.
that.
What I think will fix is if Black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
Explain what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put him in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
Bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like,
Yeah, is going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology.
It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies or
poli-sci, political science?
Poli-sci, okay. Yeah. Or criminal justice, it's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose them.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles and what you do versus what for that person hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know, this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
place where y'all free, and I got what it takes to rock the mic right. The shit seeking a place.
Yo, it's good.
What up, though? Still high off life over here. You feel me?
Are you old now, right?
Yeah. Turned 40 on Saturday. I'm old now. I'm in the 40-40 club, so.
How you feel?
Old as hell. Nah, I feel great though. Yeah.
Word. I don't got my dang soundboard, so I got the screen up. I got to get 2 screens. That's all. Can you hear this all right?
Yeah.
Word. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, man. So that's what's up. What'd you do? Where'd you go?
Yo, we went to Boston. I went to Top Golf for the first time. So if you into golf, you know how special that is to just go to Top Golf. Like that's gold
You never
right
been to
there.
Top Golf?
Nah.
Damn.
Nope.
You like
that
golf?
shit was fun as hell. Huh?
You like golf?
I love golf.
Word?
I could sit back and watch the PGA tour like niggas watch the Super Bowl. I fucking love golf.
You mind comparing it to something else more realistic?
I'm just saying. I fucking love golf. There is no comparison. You're right, because golf is very technical, and your only competitor a lot of times is you.
Yeah. No, it's
a personal sport.
I never really gained an interest in it, but when Tiger was up, it was up. You know what I mean? For all intents and purposes.
Mm-hmm.
When I can remember.
And if you know anything about the sport, he is the GOAT. Like that.
Yeah.
That nigga.
Yeah. Nah, real shit. It's not easy. That's for sure.
Nah, and you get injuries in golf too. You know, he played one of his PGA tours. He broke his hand or something, and played that shit all the way through and won. Yeah, but you can swing wrong and break shit. Like
especially that torque on your body. You know, you'll be surprised what missing a ball can do. You know what I'm saying? Obviously a baseball bat's heavier, but nonetheless, right? What you put into it. Even like when people shadow box, you have to watch your joints. You know, even though you're not hitting anything, the fact that you're not hitting anything is the reason why you have to protect your joints.
Yeah, and that momentum. Yeah.
Yep. Dang, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, man. Who in the building? Lionel was popping. Love Dubia was up though. Jill, I see you. Fred, what up? Devin said a much better slot. This temporary, I think. Mark, what up though? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was popping. Enos in the building. I got your email too. Rob Burt was popping. Tavares, we see you. Bub in the building. Mr. JTK in the building, of course. Impress in the building. Hank Deasy, Rum, CBP, we see you. We here, man. Tone, what up though? Mel, I see you, man. Mel been locked in every single stream. You know what I mean? When Chime in the building. What up, Lauren? Ronnie here, of course. Quentin. Shaking. We here. Like America, good morning. Oh, he in the West Coast. Okay. What's up, Omanov? Metreon, we see you. Welcome. Quentin. I met my grandma. April was popping. Chris was popping. You can watch bowling? I don't know. DJ Riff, what up? One pot. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, man. This is interesting. Venus was popping. Great show on Saturday. I listened. I fell asleep and all that. I'm like, okay. And you was cooking too. It actually gave me a idea like for a show to do, because a lot of stuff you say, I'm like, damn, I never quite thought through it as well as you did. St. Louis Mookie was popping. Yo, real shit. What's up, Love C? CC? Dollar Watt. Man, we are everybody in here already. Let's get it, man. Stan was popping. All right. Make sure y'all get the likes up, man. Let's start off on the right foot. There's 118 people in here. They already popping in the chat. We got 61 likes. Let's get that corrected real quick. You don't got to stop the show. Q, we might have to just start stopping the show because I don't think people understand how valuable those likes are.
They too valuable.
You know what I'm saying? So come on, y'all, help us. You know what I mean? Chocolate Bunny was popping. I was worried for a second. I ain't see you. So yo, man, one pot.
Before we get into that, Hamp, I just got to say this.
Go ahead.
Last week, somebody asked if I was wearing makeup. I just want to speak to that.
Go ahead.
I forget who it was, but they was like, yo, is Q wearing makeup? And I just was like shaking my head.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is not makeup. This is coochie juice. That shit good for you.
All over your whole face?
That shit good for you. It's natural. So, just in case y'all be wondering, no, it is not makeup.
So explain when people can't grow their beard out using that same logic.
When people can't grow their beard out?
Yeah, they said doing that help you grow your beard. They lied to niggas.
Yeah, I don't know what it do for your beard. I know what it do for your skin, though.
I don't know, man. I've been having pimples for a minute.
No, I had terrible skin as a child in my youth, but
You know, I've been on that since I was 15.
Look at that. There you go. Niggas don't think you over 21.
That's true. They be thinking I look young. Okay, I mean, you're right.
Fountain of you. When you drink from it? No, don't let me get started. Okay, I'm done with that, but yeah.
Hey, Miles, who told them to stop running the ball? Come on, man. 8 runs in the second half. That was stupid. Dumb. We could not stop the run. We haven't been stopping the run well all season. It's just that everybody got a pass on us because we get up so quickly. My bad. We was talking about vagina. Now look at the chat. It's a fantastic. That's that's what that means. They doing it wrong. Vince was popping. Normal nerd in here. Hank DZ, what up? With the $2 says salute Hamp Q in the chat. Real shit, bro. Damn. All right, so for all y'all who need to understand, I'm sure Sexy Red will come out with something coochie juice laced. I can get y'all skin game up.
Real shit.
Chill.
Damn. No.
Hey,
Tell us
Miles,
about your
come
bad
on,
experience without telling us about your bad experience.
Miles, also, you could tell Miles 25. This ain't that, Miles. Listen, bro. Email me. Hank was popping. You just in time. The one pot, Q. Here's what I'm gonna do, Q.
Mm-hmm.
Let me play this video real quick. All right. Make sure I get the likes up. Share. You see my screen?
Yep.
All right. The music straight? It ain't too loud, right? No.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So the one pot, man. Let's get an explanation. I don't know if this is a great explanation of it, but here's a conversation regarding one pot. I guess really quickly, to quickly just give you guys what it is that we're talking about exactly. It's simply you with a person. I would assume wife, right? Wife or husband, right? Like a marriage, not just a boyfriend, girlfriend. And all the money that comes into the house goes into one account. Where is delegated? Did I freeze? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, wherever it's delegated to, that's a joint decision, I think. But regardless, the money goes into one place, and where it's divvied out, bills allocated for fun, whatever, is based on the both of you. Is that how it works?
I don't know. We might be able to dive into that today, but it could just be based on the husband's decisions.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Shit like that.
All right, well, let's play these videos. All right. So I just queued this up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, no, okay, let me clarify. So I like the idea of
3 pots. One for me, one for you, one for us.
Thank you.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We bringing our money all together. I don't care how much money you make or how little money you make. You know what I'm saying? No matter how little money or how much money I make, we put together in one pot. If you're gonna give me your body, give me your paper. Why not? You said what, ma'am?
That sounds like prostitution. Like you paying.
It has nothing to do with prostitution, right? You allow me to enter you, ma'am. You allowed to have sex unprotected with you, but you're afraid to give me your money. That's which is nothing but paper.
I think it's easier to do when he makes more money.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been down that road. I'm absolutely been on that.
But why
I would say 3 pots.
But why is that? Are you if that's your husband, right? This is your husband, right? That's the reason why y'all should come together. I'm not coming together for no girlfriend, and you shouldn't come together with no boyfriend. But if we're married, why not?
Because that husband can eventually become your ex-husband and leave you stranded. That happens.
You're not stranded, baby. You got the laws gonna help you recover
not necessarily.
They don't allow you to recover 50% of the assets.
Been there, done that.
We're not talking about prenup, but more likely you're gonna be able to recover 50% of your assets. If he makes more money, you're gonna recover 50% of the assets because it's jointly, it's all together. That's how it's looked at as far as the law. Regardless if you have an account overt, you're gonna have to bring your money together when you come to that table, when you talk to that mediator. You're gonna want to know all income. So why not?
That's if they want to disclose all income. I've been in that situation.
You cannot disclose. No.
They been married before?
Nah.
No income. As long as you have assets they can get to, it has to be presented. Now, if they could prove,
so they're going into something else. Let me see if Hank explains it as soon as he gets up. Hold on. All right, so
that's how people get burnt out, drained, mental health issues, depression, anxiety. It's played out and it doesn't accomplish a darn thing.
Yes, because we don't want to be super women.
Word. Hank, what up, though?
What's going on, big brother? How you doing tonight?
I'm good, bro. Cannot complain. Welcome. Did you have a question, comment, concern? Oh, go ahead.
I was just speaking to the ladies. How y'all ladies doing tonight? Man, I seen you was going live. So let me go tap in a little bit, see what they talking about. Last time I typed energy tonight, ladies, so you don't have to worry about that with me. He started on the Superwoman, but let me ask y'all ladies this: would y'all be how do y'all feel about one pot? And I'll explain to you if y'all don't know.
Yeah, can you define one pot, please?
So when I say one pot, that means your money and my money all together in one pot.
How y'all feel?
That's fine.
I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I don't like it. Me neither. Yeah, I mean, no. Okay, let me clarify. So I like the idea of 3 pots.
All right,
one for me, one.
If I can get past.
I'm sure it is. And you shouldn't come together with no boyfriend. But if we're married, why not?
Because that husband can.
All right, so
you have an account overt. Y'all gonna have to bring your money to all income. It has to be presented. Now, if they could prove that you have other accounts, it's gonna be a problem for you. Mm-hmm. Please believe I went through. Look here, it's not just one checking account and maybe a savings account. No, you're gonna diversify your money. I'm all for that. But we're gonna come together with our income. You're not gonna have a rainy day fund. Like Miss Nay says, she got her just in case of emergency fund. You know, she needs to get out the back door because she's planning for her escape. No, we're not doing that.
Thank God I did. But go ahead.
But you're not setting yourself up for a successful wedding or successful marriage because you got a plan B already before we even say I do.
I did not. And that's why I fell into a situation where I wish I would have done that and I didn't. I started from the bottom because I decided to do that. That's why. So I won't let that happen again.
I'll be very interested to hear your story.
Are you
follow me, like, share, subscribe on Facebook and Instagram.
An allowance where I don't have access to. Are you the lead and you're divvying out the money and giving me an allowance where I don't have access to?
Why do I need to give you an allowance, man?
I'm just asking.
We gonna have a budget. So let me say this: we're gonna have a budget, right? You also gonna have a credit card, right? You also gonna have a debit card, so you can fill in and use the money. Now, I hope you're responsible, because if you're not, then you won't be on the account.
Absolutely.
If you're irresponsible, as long as you're responsible, you can do what you need to do. We're gonna have a budget though. We're gonna have money we need to save for vacations, for any home repairs that we may need to do, car repairs, anything of emergency fund. I'm all for that. But we also going to invest into our future, and we're going to do it together.
Hink, is it dual authorization, or do you have the final say with the one pot?
Well, of course, I'm gonna have the final say, but yes, you have access to every dime, every money, all pins, all codes.
I get that. I'm just saying, but authorization.
Yes,
So you have the final say. But the point is, you have the final say.
Look, we're gonna come together. If we make any major purchase, we're gonna have a conversation. A conversation is gonna have to be had. We're not going to go out here and say all of a sudden, I'm gonna buy a car and never tell my wife. I'll be a fool. I'm going to have to buy a motorcycle just because I was feeling, a midlife crisis. No,
that's wisdom.
We're going to have a conversation.
That's good. That's wisdom.
Hank, now what if you can't come to a conclusion on said conversation? What happens then?
Then we're going to have to table the conversation to another day. But if we, like you said, eventually we can't come to it at all, then I'm going to have to have a come to Jesus meeting with and let her know, I really think we need to do this. But you're going to have to come with some evidence and facts and reason why we're not.
I like.
Is that good context for that so far?
Yeah.
Flora was popping. Yeah.
Yeah, if they don't understand it past that, then I don't know what to say. Shout out to Hank. Very clear on that.
Shout out to Hank. All right. So that was one pot, which I think the majority of people would, if they wanted to understand it, that's probably the best way, right? I think in terms of people feeling okay with it, right? So yeah, he's saying all the money goes into this pool. We can. It's going to be allocated, right? You diversify your portfolio, whether you invest in things, if there's a huge purchase, obviously over a certain dollar amount, we have a conversation, right? Essentially. Now it sounds like though he has a higher level of veto power. Would you agree?
Yes.
I guess the male, for all intents and purposes.
Yes.
If we're assuming that the male is the leader, right? I think that's the consensus or the sentiment.
Yes. There's a hierarchy.
Yeah. Tay was saying we put certain money here. I got my spending money. You got your spending money. And then when they dove into what happens if it hits the fan, in a marriage, all that money got to be uncovered anyway. So just the same difference, right? You ain't that rainy day fund gonna get put into that pot regardless if it's divorce or something like that. I wonder how the ladies feel about the man having potential veto power, because he said they'll table it and have a conversation, but unless she provides evidence to prove or disprove whatever needs to happen, sounds like he can make the overarching decision. Did you hear that too, or am I bugging?
Yes, I did, because you asked, and then he didn't immediately address it, but then in the end ended up saying that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's one aspect. Should we get to your mans?
Yes, sir.
All right. Like and subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. We definitely dropping a link for this one. They already argued in the chat. All right. Give me a second. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. All right. Now, who is this?
Gino motherfucking Jennings. Am I right?
Now, if she got, it's her money. Now, if she got a job, her money is not my money.
That's right.
My money is my money, and her money is her money.
Right.
My money is my money. My money is her money, and her money is her money. My money, it belongs to her. and her money belong to her. Her money don't belong to me.
That's right.
Nope.
That's right.
Her money do not belong to me because God tell the man, you work.
You work. That's right.
By the sweat
Your
of your brow.
That's right.
My money is her money. Now, if she got a job, her money is not my money.
That's right.
My money is my money, and her money is her money.
Right.
My money is my money. My money is her money, and her money is her money. My money it belong to her, and her money belong to her. Her money don't belong to me.
That's right.
Nope.
That's right.
Her money do not belong to me because God tell the man, you work.
You work. That's right.
By the sweat
Your
of
brow.
your brow.
That's right.
My money is her money. Now, if she got a job, her money is not my money.
That's right.
My money is my money, and her money is her money.
Right.
My money is my money. My money is her money, and her money is her money. My money it belong to her, and her money belong to her. Her money don't belong to me.
That's right.
Nope.
That's right.
Her money do not belong to me because God tell the man, you work.
You work. That's
By
right.
the sweat
Your brow.
of your brow.
That's right.
My money is her money.
Yeah, I could literally hear that shit be one of them remix songs.
Yo, real. I might click that. I might click that. Yo, Gino Jennings. Go ahead, break it down first, Q.
That sounds like an old nigga versus new nigga concept, right? Like the way that Hank broke down the one pot sounds very modern, even though Hank is an old head. The way Gino broke it down sounds very traditional.
Give her a check. You give her the check. She makes everything get paid, etc.
Right. And you don't take from her money because you work and you're the higher earner, is what I interpret from that. So regardless if she work or not, you still have to work to make sure all that shit is covered.
Yeah. And when people say her money don't matter, right? Her earning potential don't matter. You get her out of McDonald's if she's pretty enough. You align with Gino, right? The purpose.
Right.
Because her money's just like a plus. For what though? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because she could, right? She could say, hey, I mean, I got this money, I'm buying shoes, but I also bought a trip, right? That we going on. And it just end up being a plus, right? Essentially.
Yeah. But a lot come with I just say having that understanding is huge, because a lot come with a lot. You feel me? Like money can be such a power trip too.
Okay.
You know, whoever providing more is the higher earner, got the most say. So I think like some fine lines.
All right. So now this is a male-female dynamic here. What would be your breakdown for like a God damn. Like so now for like a LGBTQ aspect or get whatever framework you want to use, does it matter? Does it look different there?
Oh,
in your opinion?
Oh yeah. That's 3 pots.
What you mean?
That's 3 pots.
Wait, what you mean?
Gino said 2 pots. Hank said 1 pot. Anything gay is 3 pots. You got a pot for every letter.
So
shit.
Yo, wait. So what is that? So you saying like we put money in for the bills, I keep money, you keep your money.
Yeah. I think it keeps it clean, because let's say there is a purchase that wants to be made. I think it takes all that fuzzy stuff out of the middle. Like you already earning your own bread, so you take from that what you want to do. I'm earning my own bread, so I take from that what I want to do. and then there's the money that we put together. We have multiple accounts, we invest, etc. However we work that. So I think that works out better.
Damn. Okay. So you was with when Tay said what she was saying. You like, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Gino said it's 2 pots, her money and our money, essentially.
Yeah, if she decides to be an earner, yes.
Yeah. If she decides to be an earner, then it's either her money or our money, because I'm responsible for making sure her bills are paid if that's my wife, regardless.
Right. So then that's when he said something wild. He said, my money is our money, even if she's working.
Yeah. Or did he
But
say
her
my
money
money
still remains her money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did he
He's
say
like,
my money is her money is her money?
oh, you're right. He did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. He took it even further. He didn't say our. He said, because her responsibilities are my responsibilities. My responsibilities aren't her responsibilities.
Right. Now, to
Right.
see, that's where it gets sketchy, because I don't think you can really have that mindset with modern women.
Why?
That breeds gold digging.
For a wife?
Your money that you work for is her money. She ain't gonna know how to separate that shit to be like, oh, but I know what he mean by this. No, she's gonna be like, oh, I'm entitled. Like that creates a beast.
So let me give you this breakdown real quick, Q. So obviously Gino's a pastor, right? So he's biblically speaking, right? So he believes all the stuff in the Bible, which includes he's getting that from Genesis 3 and it's either 19 or 20. But before 19, right, when it says the man sweats and works, it says that you rule over your wife, the verse right above it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, I got you. So he hadn't gotten to that part of the sermon that the modern day woman might not agree with so much.
Yeah, so he essentially, so it'll go 3. It says women will have pain in childbirth and your husband will rule over you. And then the next verse down, it said you work yourself to your brow sweats because that's your job until you go back to the dust of the earth. So you see how it's together right there. You feel me? So it
that
would
one
be
part is more palatable. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, he rule over you, but at the same time, that rule, like when you rule over your kids, you got to pay all their bills. You got to, and so that's the give and take there. That I think a lot of people don't even read down. Even I used Genesis 3 and 18 when I was having conversations before. I don't think I ever had a need to use 19, but when you put it together, both people will be in line, I think.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If they're going by all of it, of which the understanding is, you feel me?
Yeah.
So if she understood both the verses, you think she would still be a gold digger?
No, not at that point. If she understood and complied.
Yeah, yeah, because you can't give her verse 19 if she don't accept verse 18. Almost, right? Like that's how I would do it. Like you can't accept 18, I can't just do 19. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You know, unless you just picking and choosing, which is popular nowadays.
Yeah. Well, hey, the video itself is a clip, so.
Yeah, no, and I think his sermon was probably on 19. You know,
if you know about Gino, yeah.
yeah, but he's thorough though. Like when I listen to him, he reads the Bible. I ain't gonna lie. He's better than a lot of the pastors. He just sound crazy because it's coming from the Bible and people never read those parts.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing I always appreciate about him, even though, you know, I have my own views about religion now. Gino has always used the Bible, what I feel, in a literal sense. Like he doesn't add or take away from it. And he will read it verbatim.
Yeah. That's why, you know, in terms of discourse, you know, from where I stand, we don't have a lot of pushback with Gino. Like Gino be going off. Like, you know, so it just is what it is, you know. I mean, obviously, you know, this people always, you know, but damn,
Yeah, he not finna take Bible verses and do a sermon based on fried chicken. He's not that kind of guy. Like he gonna take each word and break that shit down.
He gonna break it down. You know what I mean? Damn. Let me read these. Okay, we got Hank Deasy with the $2 saying what's popping. Marriage policy and sports was popping with the $5. Here's to another great show. Indeed. Shout out to Rilla, gifted 5 memberships, man. Appreciate you, OG. Just Dario is popping with the $10. Says Hamp, Q, and chat. Indeed, man. Shout out to Dario, man. Dario extended the last 3 shows. Other people chipped in. Caesar's Palace definitely extended. Kelly Bev jumped in. Brittany always jump in. But Dario, I just noticed like all week he was locked in. So we appreciate it, bro. I just wanted to make sure I said it out loud. Feel me? Marriage policy and sports with policy. That veto power is why this conversation and agreement has to be had before marriage. Yep. I agree with that. Enos with the £5 says Pastor Gino is my guy, but I don't know about his viewpoint. Exclamation point. 1 family, 1 pot, 2 pots if you got a family on the other side of town and so on. Yo, Q, I ain't gonna lie. When he said it, when Gino was talking, so my wife works for all intents and purposes for like the moving company, right? Yeah. And if I'm doing other stuff, whether I'm DJing or if I'm doing this, right? If the kids are home, she dealing with that and whatever, cook, all the stuff that. So because you have kids, you need either a babysitter or you need a wife or somebody, a husband. You need somebody to hold them down, right? And so the thing she does gives me more breath to do the things I do, right? And I think men gotta acknowledge that part, right? The kids are the kids, right? If you have them, you need that, or else you can't go out here and grind, But when he said it, so she works for the moving company, she does sales, right? But very like casually. So she had a big job. She had like $1,000 from it, her commission, right? I don't know where that money went. Like I don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think about it. I'm just like, oh, good job. You sold this job, Now obviously I get paid from the job too, right? As owning the company. But when he said it, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes as though he's saying the right thing. You know? That way I can understand it. I'm like, damn, I didn't even ask about that money.
Do you think that's more common in marriages though, that when the woman has some type of income coming in, I should say the traditional people who practice the traditional marriage, and that woman has some type of income coming in, they don't give a fuck about her money. They still gonna hold shit down.
Say it one more time. Did that what now?
Do you think that in marriages where people practice the traditional marriage, if the woman is earning any type of money, do you think that it's common that the man is not concerned with her money?
I would say I'd say yes. Yeah, I would say yes, I think. I don't know if that's right.
Shit. That sounds like some 80s shit. That's what I'm asking, because
it
definitely got that 80s vibe to it.
Now it's probably dumb too, but I would still say yes though. Like it's dumb, right? Somebody stacking wild papes and you just killing yourself. It's dumb, but it gives men a sense of like accomplishment, which can also be dumb, right? But it, everything paid, whatever the case is, and oftentimes you'll see the women, and I'll just keep using myself as an example, like my wife. The Amazon packages, 80% of them is for the kids, and I'll get like a toenail clipper, you know what I'm saying? Something in there, right? Or if my wallet was messed up, so I got a new wallet, she just looking at stuff. So you see a lot of that too.
Damn. I think like this, I think there has to be some pushback to Gino's sentiments.
Yeah.
Especially because he mentioned her having money and her money being her money. I say
not
that
like
because
not like little bit of money. Are you saying it's like what? So let's qualify it. So like I was saying, like my wife, the earning is what it is, right? But are you saying like a woman that has like a substantial kind of income thing, like that's her contribution to the house? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, if she ain't, how can I say, if she ain't got to put it towards none of the bills, that's gonna add up over time anyway. So it could be $40 a week. So I think my issue with that, and this is coming from my own experience with my previous marriage, when they don't want to contribute to any pots, that's a red flag. Because that is backup money.
It can't be nothing else, right? Gotta be that.
I think that is, I think that's just the way that cookie gonna crumble. So
Damn.
I mean, of course people are gonna get pushed back to the 3 pots, but you got yourself a winner because she's willing to contribute to a pot. But when she don't want to contribute to no pot, and it's like, yeah, your money is my money and my money is my money, that's backup. That's a backup plan.
Okay, so Q, let me ask you this. So again, I'm using a tangible example, right? So we have like with the other houses, like for instance, there's like the Verizon bill, Xfinity, stuff like that, right? So at one of the houses, it's an Airbnb, so it's been slow. But I haven't seen those bills come across. She'll just like pay them, or I think she might pay like the car insurance. Like, do you think like that's a good contribution?
She's paying it for you out of the income that you're earning, or she's paying it out of her money?
Like it's not even, because I can see because we got most of the stuff on automatic payment. I think it's just easier like that, because you're gonna pay it regardless. Sometimes the timing is off, like you're like, damn, I could have kept that 200 until Thursday, but it is what it is. I think it's just better. But then like some of the bills aren't in that automatic, so I'm like, oh, you must have paid that X, Y, and Z bill. You feel me?
Yeah.
So is that like good, you think, or should I still be like, yo, where your money at?
If she's taking her money and divvying it towards stuff that is for y'all, that's different too. Cause at that point she's not saying like, no, my money is just my shit.
Yeah.
Fuck how you get to the bag to get all this other shit covered.
Man, okay.
Yeah, that's my only pushback to Gino's statement about her money, my money is her money. Like,
you doing wild shit with that bread. Now, to be fair, I gotta ask some questions. Do you have PTSD
from that situation?
In terms of like the money thing?
Yeah.
Word.
So that's why I believe in the 3 pots, and I'm glad that Naya's on board with that as well.
Damn. Now, do you think that the 3 pots are right, or do you think that is because you had a bad experience where you're like a 3 pot advocate?
I think it could be linked to the bad experience, but it still doesn't take away from that willingness to have the 1 pot in the middle.
There's still
I think when you take that 1 pot out, that whole any part of that concept out, I think that's a major red flag.
That's when the shit gets shaky. Now, question: let's say hypothetically speaking, right? You making 50, she making 100. In the light bill or the mortgage is $1,000. Are you still putting 500 in, or are you putting, 250 in? You know what I mean, like a percentage.
Yeah, it's like whatever percentage we agree on. Obviously, that's going to be something that can be done. So if at some point she's making more or higher income, that doesn't mean that she now got to put more in if that wasn't agreed upon. Okay. Or I got to put in less.
What would you think would make sense? So if you making 50, she making 100, and the mortgage is a G, would it make sense to do it based on percentage?
No.
How come?
Like, you mean like split? Okay, when you say percentage, you mean like, oh, she's making 100, so she should put in 60%.
Essentially, like it would match. Yeah, it would match her income.
No.
Like your percentages would match what you make. That way, everybody's essentially putting in the same amount. Because what is actually
Yeah.
happening is you're putting in more than they would be. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, off of the
Percentage
total
wise.
income, I get what you're saying, but I don't see it that way. And then the fact that can change over time, because like, who really want to stay stuck making the same amount of money over an extended period of time?
But like you said, it would, well, not like you said, but yeah, just so in theory, it would constantly change, right?
Mhm.
But everybody's contributing the same, so they got essentially the same impact, right? Because if you bringing in 2,000 a month and she bringing in 6, and by the time you finish paying all the bills, you got $400, right? And she essentially getting over, like, not saying she, but you know what I mean? Like, people could think like damn, yo, like I'm penny pinching.
Yeah, but then that's where you got to have a conversation even about things like investments too. You know, like if you're not making no extra bread, like, and then that's a big jump in your finances too. Like, try to figure out if that becomes an issue for you. I should say, if that's an issue for you and it feels that way, figure out how you can leverage that.
Yeah, well, like you said, you might just be growing in what it is that you do. You know, so you might just be
sitting back at night and you like, damn, she could afford like 10 more McNuggets than me. This shit don't feel right.
Yeah.
Start figuring out how to afford an extra 10 McNuggets. Don't look at her like she doing something out of order.
Yeah. So just in terms of that, like, and if I'm the person making all the bread, but we agree that we're gonna share the bills, wouldn't it makes sense for me to be like, you know what, percentages makes more sense for the both of us, because we essentially at percentage points we have equal skin in the game, 50-50 regardless of income. The person making less has more skin in the game just by nature of the math. You know what I mean? So just thinking through it, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand that concept too.
Damn, man. Her money is her money. My money is her money. Just nigga Gina. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now. You can. That helps the channel the most. So Q, I'm gonna drop the link. And one thing I always see is, not always, but consistently in the chat, there's ladies in the chat that'll say, I ain't gonna say no names.
Say it ain't shit.
50-50 men are betas. I ain't gonna say no names, but I see this sometime in the chat. What you think, man? So by the logic, do you think those ladies think that one pot is beta?
So that's what I'm curious about. I would like for her to expound. I would really, really wish some of y'all ladies would take the link too. Does she mean like simp because he's willing to take on 50%? Or does she mean like beta because he's gonna be taking advantage, or he's taking advantage of?
Hold on, Q.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, y'all gotta let us know or send another chat in there or something. Like 50-50. Like, do you mean he's a beta because he's paying 50% of the bills like a simp? Or do you mean he's a beta because it's almost like he's a dependent, like a big ass child?
Well, so in terms, are you saying you keeping it on one pot, right? Or just straight 50-50?
Yeah, when she's saying 50-50, I'm curious to know what she means by 50-50 men being beta. Like, does it make them beta because a woman's covering the other 50%? Or does it make them beta because they're paying 50% into her that's simping? Because, like,
oh no, I think that the fact that he's allowing a woman to pay 50%.
Oh, so she's like, oh, cover it all.
Yeah, weak ass nigga.
That's alpha male shit to her.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna say no names.
Wow.
But
okay.
That's what that is. Yeah. Dang.
That's that modern mindset. Yeah, that's what I was like. If the woman's paying 50% of the bills.
Well, see, no, so Q. Did we add in the simp word? Yeah, because did she? I don't think they said simp. They said beta.
No, I was asking.
Okay,
I was asking if that's what she meant by that.
Yeah. So it looks like he's just not a leader. He's not that alpha leaderish type. If he needs that 50-50.
Right. So that becomes the question: is it a codependence or not? You see what I'm saying? Is it just like I'm gonna just make sure I don't get fucked over, or are you wanting the 50% because you're codependent on it? Like you can't survive without her 50%.
Yeah, I think I think it would be interdependence, meaning
you're right.
they both need the 50-50. Yeah, but interdependence is like, yo, I need that 50 so we can keep making it and going where we're going. And I think, but also, if he's making, let's say he's making her pay 50, like let's say use the same hypothetical. He the queen, you know you gotta get on camera. Using the same hypothetical that I brought to you. He's making 100, she's making 50, and yet he's still making her pay 50%. He would actually be the opposite of a simp, totally opposite, right? Because he's saying, I don't care how much money I make, you still paying half these bills.
That's what I'm saying. So does that still make him a beta?
Dang, yeah.
So that's what I want them to hit the link. Like, let's talk about it.
He the queen was popping.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Real motherfucking HQ in the building. You feel me?
Let me read this super chat. I know she had one before we go.
I had to come up here and speak. I had to.
All right, let me read your super chat first before you get it popping. Kasim with the $5 says her money is to increase the comfort level, upgrade the lifestyle I'll already provide. I can get with that.
Right.
HQ with the $5 says some of us. You forgot where you was at?
I did.
Hey, he the queen. When you out in the earth, do you ever, if people say some to you, does it ever ring a bell? Like, do you notice it now or not yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
So like Q and I, just because we do it, obviously this is like our thing. But Q, when people say some, does it like give you a light bulb for a second?
Kind of stands out. Yeah, like they supposed to say majority or minority.
Yeah. Yo, they HQ with the $5 says some of us women look at the your money is our money thing as a man covering the overall family. It appears as protection for a loyal woman. Okay. I'm just saying with the $10 says, did that scripture say her money is my money and my money is her money? Did he ad lib on this? Yeah. What he did was discern it. Because that's exactly what that is. Nightis with the $5 says, salute pound TMBR. Nightis was popping. Marriage, Politics, and Sports with the $5 says, Q to your question on a woman's money in the past, quote unquote, yes. Now, absolutely not. AL with the $5 says, I'm the leader and my leadership demands she put up all of her bread. 100. Ink, you there? Kasim was popping. So HQ, what's up, man? What you want to expound on?
Well, how me and my husband did it, he gave me a set amount every week. He just gave me $1,000 every week. And I had to cover whatever I had to cover, mortgage, car note, because I was the money manager. So he just gave me $1,000 a week. This is what you get, and that's it. So I never questioned him about his money, and he never questioned me about the money. He said don't ever let a gas let light go off, let a car note be late, don't let nothing ever be late or go off, because I give you enough money. And if you don't have enough money, then you need to ask. But $1,000 a week ought to cover whatever needs to be covered in this house, and then you got the rest, like food, vacations, credit card, period.
Okay. Did it work well?
Yeah, for 20, he get paid, give me $1,000, and that was it.
So now he then queen in terms of, so let me give you this, right? Just because I'm gonna try to bring it forward 20 years, right? So I haven't set up a single automatic payment myself, but my wife generally, like with the houses, she turned on the utilities for the most part. right? Maybe we might select, the internet provider because the internet's important to me, But all the other stuff, I'm like, whatever.
Right.
And then she'll make sure that it's connected to an account, maybe based on the amount, so on and so forth.
Right.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah. I was the person who handled finances, so he didn't really want to be bothered with all of that. He had one credit card, and he was a cash type person, right? So he was a cash type person. I was a credit and a debit and a credit card person. So I handled all of that. I handled all of his checking. I handled all of that. He just gave me that $1,000 a week and said,
he dealing cash and stuff.
See, he didn't care whether we had internet. He didn't care as long as he could watch his football, do his thing, have his man cave. He didn't care. Just make sure nothing goes off. That's what he told me.
Yeah. And he knew, at the very least, he knew 4K can cover our monthly bills, right? Essentially.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
He knew it could cover the gas, electric, water,
Yeah.
all that kind of
old
stuff.
school bills. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Makes
If I needed more, I would ask him, but I never needed more because I had my own money, so I used my money for the rest, whatever else needed to be done.
Okay. Yeah. And so again, just to make sure, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So, okay, all right. Well, I think we're on the same page. I understand that. That doesn't. When I hear it out loud, it don't bother me. Q, what say you?
Yeah, that makes sense. The way that she just said that.
But you wouldn't operate as such, though, right?
That worked for them.
Yeah. But in terms, so now here's what we're gonna. I'm glad you just said that. That actually sparked my mind. Today we're gonna decide on what's the best way to do it. Fuck them shit.
For everybody?
Yeah. Right now. This panel will make the decision for everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel.
Oh shit, I'm dropping off. I'm dropping down.
Dang, man. Kasim, what's up?
What's up, man? What's up, Pink? Even Queen Q, what's good with you guys? I'm old school, oh man, I'm old school. I can kind of relate to HQ situation because that's pretty much how I run my household. Pretty much that same way, right? I take on pretty much the bulk of the responsibilities, and she does like little stuff. She'll get the food, or she'll pay the light. She'll play the small stuff. But what she's really good at is she's really good at like finding deals and getting like upgrades, right? And I let her handle that. So we are planning a trip, for my birthday that's coming in April. Right? I take care of the basic stuff, which is good all in itself. She's cool. But when we get there, she just has a way of just finessing stuff and getting extra stuff for free. And then I remember a couple of years ago, she actually wrote down all the things that upgraded for free, and I saw how much money that she saved me. I was like, okay, cool. You good at that? That's what you do because you're good at managing money.
Yo, Kasim, do you do? So I'm wondering if me and you similar. Like, if I see a price that I think is good, I'm going with that price. Like, if it's within the range I wanted to pay, I'm going with it. Like, I'm not calling a bunch of places. I'm not doing all that. And if I call a place and the price isn't what I wanted to be, I just say, okay, thanks. I'm not asking for no deal, nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
On that same way. Like, I don't mind paying like full app, right? Because I want what I want when I want it. Right. But my girl is like the coupon bargain queen. Like, she finds all of these deals, and I just don't have time to be going through all that scavenging and doing this place and calling that person. I don't have time for that. I want what I want when I want it, and I don't mind, paying for that. There's some cases where, she'll buy something and she's like, oh, if I buy 3 more items, like I'll get the free shipping. I'm like, here's $7. Can I have it? You know what I'm saying? Here's $7. You know what I'm saying? Can I get it like right now? So it's just kind of things like that,
Yeah, facts. My wife was like, yeah, babe, I saved $6 on these Pampers. I said we spend $10,000 a year on Pampers. And fuck, I care about $6.
I know, right?
But she be happy. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. Damn,
I'm very frustrated. I don't care about the free shipping. I don't give a damn about the free shipping. Like, you just like, look, I'm not gonna spend more money just to get free shipping. And it's like, here's $7, man. Let it come, you know.
So you would say, Kasim, that you kind of align with Heathen Queen, essentially.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what is that pot, Q? What is that called? Is that one pot? No, right? It's like 3 pots.
Listen, my money is my money. Her money is her money, right? But there's a way that we kind of balance out with each other. You know, so I don't be digging in her accounts. She don't be digging in my accounts. Whatever type of tips and stuff that I get from my homies or whatever when it comes to investments, boom, I share that with her, right? So it just works that way for us because at the end of the day, I am not jealous of the lifestyle that she could have if she's not with me. I think that's what it really boils down to. If individuals, if we break up, they're afraid that that person's going to have a better lifestyle with the money that they made off of them, and it doesn't sit with them well. But I'm perfectly okay with that.
Wait. Say it again for the C students. What'd you say?
Okay. If me and my girl happen, since my money is my money and her money is her money, right? If I'm not concerned about her money. If we happen to break up like today, and she comes home and is like, you know what, Goddamn, I don't want to do this no more. All the money that she has accumulated during our relationship, I am not jealous of that money, of the lifestyle that she could live and be with some other dude. I'm not worried about that.
Man.
And I think that's what it is. I think most men are afraid that when they break up with their girl, all the money that they accumulated in their relationship with that guy, they're going to spend it on the next guy, and they're going to feel slighted by that. I don't worry about that.
Word? Damn.
I don't worry about that. No, look, I'm living. I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about that. All I worry about is the time that we spent, our moment, however long it lasts. It is what it is. There's a lot of things that I have gained in the relationship. There's a lot of things that she gained in the relationship. Right? I'm going to keep on doing my thing, and she's going to do her thing, and it is what it is. And I'm not afraid of that.
Kasim, I got a quick question for you, kind of personal. Did you feel like you grew up as like a latchkey kid?
What do you mean by latchkey kid?
God
Like-
damn, it's so disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
So I said
the same question, Hank.
Yeah. So I said the. Oh, go ahead. Go. You explain the kid. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like you moved a lot, or you weren't able to form relationships or friendships with people for long periods of time.
No. I have some friends that I've been friends with for since the 80s. Some of them, right? I was the only child, and my mom and dad, you know, they were cool. They were good. Right. So I saw the type of leadership that my dad did. He pretty much did 100% of the household. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, and she did some things like that. So that's what I saw growing up. And that's what I thought, you know, was normal. And I implemented that, you know, in my marriage. And I also implement it right now currently with my girlfriend.
Okay.
Wait, how did you define it, Q?
Well, just kind of.
It wasn't right what she said, but
yeah.
Okay, so what is the true definition of a latchkey kid? Maybe I have a misunderstanding of it.
Yeah, it's just like a kid. The parents ain't home because they working, so they let themselves in and out the house. They watch their siblings. They'll be 8, 9, and 10 home by themselves. They know how to cook. They know how to do laundry because they just home.
So,
you know?
So maybe I'm speaking about the byproduct of a latchkey lifestyle.
Yeah, I did learn some of that stuff. Right. I think when I turned like 11. Then they gave me a little bit more responsibilities when it came to the household duties and the chores. They got bigger.
But no,
right?
See,
and
the latchkey doesn't have that option. There's nobody home. They watching themselves. So you're saying if your parents delegated you responsibility, then you wouldn't be latchkey because they was there to make sure, okay, you could do this now, you could do that now.
Yeah.
So yeah, latchkey kids, you can cook at 6. You know how to do ramen noodles, everything.
No, I didn't do any of that stuff. My mom did. She did most of that stuff. You know.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Yeah, I must have had a misinterpretation of that, in assuming that typically latchkey kids move around a lot as well, which kind of contributes to some of that.
Okay, yeah. So the
And then the
definition.
byproduct of that is somebody who doesn't like you live in the moment, kind of like when he said the part about like he's just gonna enjoy it for what it was. That's what made my mind go there. Like,
Yeah, I do live in the moment. Yes, I do live in the moment more, right? But there was once a time where I was just focused on long-term things, and I was missing out on a lot of great stuff. And that was one of the things my mom told me when I got divorced. She was like, you know what, Kasim, you need to live in the moment more because life is good and life is exciting, and you don't want to miss out on too many things. Going to your goal. So I still had a goal in mind that I wanted to achieve, you know, but I was still picking up, you know, breadcrumbs as I'm going, you know, to the gingerbread house, so to speak.
Right.
Gotcha.
I thought
Peter,
that's
Hank, that wasn't disrespectful.
Oh no. I thought that same thing the other day. I was like, I'm living and loving in real time. I'm not gonna think about the past. I'm not gonna think about what could be, what could not be, how this could damage me or it could not damage me. I don't wanna miss living right now and loving right now and dealing with people right now. So I thought that the other day. I was like, do I live in real time? Do I love in real time? And I say, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, that's definitely a freeing thing to HQ. And I'm not gonna go in this, but this is a topic that we had. Like, you know, people just so stifled to say anything because your job might see you say it. You know what I mean? And like people just can't express themselves. You know, that's gotta suck. That's why I hate people too. I ain't holding nothing back. Love, hate, all of it. Fuck them. Hank, what's popping?
What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
Well, I mean, Kasim, you gotta also give the caveat that you talk about from a man. You're not married. You talking about you dating, right? With that aspect of you do how you moving, right?
We're in a long-term relationship, right? It's
So
over the exact date. It'll be 17 years in June, actually.
God damn. Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not taking care of no woman like that. I'm not paying a woman's bills because she's not my wife. Unless you my wife, that's the only way I'm taking care of you. Now you my wife. We putting our money in one pot. Whether people agree with it or not, y'all can kiss my ass. I don't give a damn. I think HQ is lying. And Kasim, I think you going too far. Talk about these men to worry about what they're gonna do with the money with the next one. No man worry about that bullshit. You can't. You got to worry about other things. If I end up losing my wife, I'm worried about other things, like the children, what their mindset is, how they're going to move and how they're going to operate, how I'm going to get through with what I need to get through, how I'm going to make that transition from a married man to now to be a single father. Those are things we worry about. We're not worried about, is this heifer going to go spend the money that she got from the marriage and the divorce? I don't give a shit about you. Matter of fact, I hope you die so I can collect on the life insurance. That's what I'm thinking about.
But Hank, just to give you a little bit more context, all of my children are grown men. My oldest son is 28, 26, and 24. So I've already been there and done that already. Now I'm at a point now in my life where I've worked hard for what I got, and I just want to enjoy life.
I understand, but there's no man worried about the money that she got from wife, what she's spending it on. We most men don't worry about that. Now, if you're concerned about that, you got more problems, and you mad because she left you. That's what you really worry about. You're not worried about the money. You mad because she's out the door.
What are you saying? Most men?
If a man is what you said, thinking about what his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend, whatever the case may be, is she spending the money on that she got from the marriage? Yeah, he got some different problems. And he
But it's a lot of men that like that, Hank.
Hold on, he need to come see me in the basement so I can help the man out because he needs some goddamn man training. That's some bullshit. Send your son to me. I got
it. Who, my son or them?
Oh, your son, if you need to. I don't have no problem. I don't discriminate.
No, Hank, with all due respect, man, my boys is doing good. I'm so proud of what they've done and the type of men that they have become. I mean, like, they're all in the medical profession, right? My oldest son, he's about to get his dentistry in 2 years, you know. So my boys, I'm so proud of the men that they've become.
To a different level, though. I'm gonna help them get to a different level. You understand what I'm saying? You might have a ceiling. I don't. You understand what I'm saying, Kasim?
I don't have a ceiling, right? And I believe in guiding in the right way. You know what I'm saying? I've done a pretty good job, you know, so far. You know, to each his own, man.
I got you, man. I'm just bullshitting you, brother. Right on.
I know.
But let's on a serious note. I know you talking about. You said you don't do the thing about couponing, or I guess finding deals. I'm surprised me and you as a tenant, I mean, you as a landlord, don't do those type of things. I always do like a deals like that. That's what I do. I'll call and get 3 type of quotes and see, you know, I try to make the best. And yeah, do I ever try to cut deals? Hell yeah, I'm gonna try to cut deals.
Work is work. If I'm buying for the company, things of that nature, I look for wholesale, the best quality. There's definitely a dynamic there. Like if I'm spending for a project, for sure, 100%. Because I'm trying to keep margin at that point, right? I want to keep my profits up. But I'm saying like stuff for myself. You know what I mean? I'll just be like, I like that one. I'll do some due diligence in terms of what it should cost. If it's around about that figure, we go with it. You know what I mean? But no, work is different. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the most margin possible for sure. Yeah, my moving company, Hank, like our margin is like 65%. That's like selling either drugs or liquor. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to, you know. So you know, I'll be putting legs on in the back of the truck. We don't never break anything. Wink. You know.
You know, it's interesting you had this subject, man. I don't understand why it's a lot of pushback on it. So Q, let me ask you this: could you, if you was in a marriage, could you couldn't do that? You couldn't see you and your spouse doing that in your relationship?
Nope.
Are you selfish? Is that why?
No, I've had a bad experience with the whole one pot thing, and I don't see the benefit in it, you know. So it's like when they say it's mathematics, if it all has to make sense, and the 3-pot concept to me just makes more sense for us. But adopting a part of that, I was saying earlier, if you have somebody who can't even contribute to any pots in any way, that I think that's a red flag.
I would agree with that.
Women want to be taken care of, right? So how they contribute financially, they're not. If you want to be taken care of, like what HQ was getting done, she sit in a house watching Days of Our Lives on goddamn day. Wouldn't contribute financially. You hear what I said? HQ financially, she wasn't contributing, but she was expected to get taken care of.
No, she did, right?
You consider that? You consider her a red flag?
She did, right? She said the food and all the other stuff.
I made more than my husband. I made way more money than he
but I thought you said at first you was working and he was working and you wasn't, and he was giving you a allowance.
No, that was when you know, my husband insisted on me being at home whenever I got pregnant. So
okay.
I was always home for like 2 or 3 years at a time, you know, because I would have to take care of the kids, and then I would get back to work.
I misunderstood. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, so I think that with her, what she said, I heard 3 pots. What Kasim said, I heard 3 pots, and so I think that's more common, Hank. But the fact that there is a 3rd pot, that at some point, you know, everybody's willing to contribute to that. If you don't have that, and she on that Gino Jennings shit of his money is my money and my money is my money, I think that's a major red flag.
Yeah, I think you're right, Q. I think it has to do more with the willingness to do that, right? If the person is showing the willingness to want to do that, I think it's cool. But if they don't show a willingness to want to do that like at all, I think you're right. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, that's that backup money.
Hmm.
That's that I don't trust this nigga. I'm gonna make sure I got some shit to get the fuck up out of here. But yeah, he could keep taking care of me and spending all the money on these bills, but I'm stacking this bread. So like I
So
was
to
telling
me,
him, even if it's $40 a week, over you take a 20-year marriage, a 16-year marriage, that $40 add up over time.
but to me, if you have more than one pot like that, it's letting me know you don't trust. There's a lack of trust right there.
But there's enough trust to have that third pot in the middle where you're getting that one pot concept.
No, there is no third. There is. It's just that you don't trust. That's the reason why there's three pots.
Yeah, I
Because
feel that.
you don't completely trust and want to invest into the marriage. That's why you're doing that. That's why you got a second and a third pot, because you feel like maybe he's going to try to tell me how to spend my money, or how to use my money, or how to operate with our money. That's the reason why you're doing it, because you lack trust, not because you trust that person. Now, if you trust me, you invest in me.
Yeah.
But now, Hank, if she earning her own
Dark
money,
side. Just come on to the dark side. Just come on to the dark side. You'll be fine.
if she earning her own money and you earning your own money,
Not her money.
doesn't
It's
it?
our
But hear me out.
Okay, yes.
Doesn't it eliminate that whole thing of having to go through accountants or having to, talk about, oh, I wanted to purchase this, but then I had to wait to talk to you to get this? Like, no, I'm fucking wanted to buy these kicks, so I bought these kicks because I earned the money to buy these kicks. That's
But did you not hear
but
what I
that's
said?
your money. That ain't a backup plan because you're spending that.
When you put money on a different account other than what we both know about, both have access to, that's what you're doing. Because I can't trust you to allow me to buy these kicks. Ma'am, I also said, you heard me said in that explanation that you're going to have a personal credit card that we can use, that we will pay for out of our bills. You also will have a debit card that you can use for anything like groceries, any gas that needs to be bought, any travel plans that need to be taken care of. All of that will be taken care of, and it will be all paid. Everything's going to be everything on Front Street.
Well, I feel more special if she worked to make her money and pay for my birthday weekend off of her earnings. That made me feel more special than knowing that was a portion of my money.
Okay, so you feel some type of way about the gift that she's gonna give you, that you feel like you bought it yourself. Is that what it is?
I think there's so many different. I done named like 3 things you can do with that separate
We
money.
need to let our pride get out our way.
There's multiple areas though. I just named like at least 3.
I know
It's not a selfish concept, but
you want to buy a gift, and then other ones to buy per kicks. I got you.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean that's just me though. I think that the lack of willingness to have that pot in the middle where both of y'all are contributing there, that to me is a red flag. So that somewhat aligns with your concept, not fully. Callie Bev, I'm not sure if you have a 3-pot mindset or 1 pot, but right now Hank, he out there on the outskirts by himself, and I think he needs some water.
No, I'm good. As long as I got my teammate with me, my lady, we good. We are good. She bought in the concept. That was the one that put. Look, that's going to eliminate you from my list, or that's going to keep you on the list.
I think I'm in the outskirts with Hank on this one. I'm seeing 1 pot. It just makes things less complicated. You don't have to worry, well, you can put this much money in, and you're supposed to put this much money in, and let's make sure we have this much money to pay this bill and everything like that. You put everything in 1 pot. Base your bills and your expenses off of one person's income, and then the other income is what y'all play with. But it all goes into the same pot.
So what's the other income?
Welcome to the dark side, man.
Callie, what's the other income?
Well, if there's 2 incomes coming in, right? You put everything into one. You put everything into 1 pot. That's y'all entertainment money. The other income is the entertainment money, but you base your budget off of one person's income.
So is that 2 pots?
That's 1 pot. It's one pot, but you live as though there's only one income. So you predicate all your expenses off one income. That way, your savings or play can be all the other person's income. So you never get above your means.
And
That's
we know if you have certain accounts, like I got a couple accounts, and one of them we got is through Fifth Third, and it's a money market account. We getting damn near 4.7% interest. So imagine how much money is being made on that one going to that account together. Instead of having 3 different accounts, now I'm getting less interest compared to I'm getting more for my 4.7. Because you understand what I'm saying? So the more certain loans, when I present, this is what I have. This is the account, and they see, oh man, you got a nice amount of money. That's a nice. I could probably give you a hell of a deal with that amount of money that you could hold into an account.
Now, for y'all that agree to the one pot, do y'all think largely people can trust at that level?
Yeah, if you watch their spending habits while you're dating, what do they spend their money on? How are they living life? When you go over there, do you see like pink notices in their mail? Stuff like that.
Right. I knew how my husband said. I knew my husband was a very basic person. I knew he hated to shop. He hated to do this. He hated to go out and buy stuff. So he was like, okay, so you're going to be the person that manages the money. And since he trusted me enough to manage the money, I knew how to go about budgeting and doing what I needed to do. Make sure he's good with what his stuff is. Make sure I'm good with what my stuff is. Make sure the one pot covers everything that we have to include in the house. I remember one time I decided we were going to go on vacation. I didn't tell him. I was just paying for it out of my pocket. And it was like 6 weeks before we had to go. And I was like, we going on a cruise, honey. And he was like, how we going to afford to do that? And I was like, because out of the money, the money that we put in the pot together, I paid for the cruise. So you don't have to worry about nothing. He was like, oh, shoot, I ain't got to worry about nothing. See, my husband was more like that. He didn't worry about the money. He just gave me a set amount. I did whatever needed to be done around the house, vacations, food, whatever. He didn't question what I did with the money or not. Whether that's 2 pots or 3 pots, I didn't question what he did with his excess money. He may have made $2,000, $2,500 every week, but he gave me $1,000. For an example, he gave me $1,000, and I didn't question what he did with his money. He didn't question what I did with the money I made. He just was concerned about that $1,000 a week that we put in there together. That's it.
So did you contribute to that with the money you were earning?
Yeah, I mean, I put in more than $1,000, but I was building a family. I trusted that person. That person trusted me. So
right, but I'm sorry to cut you off. So he allowed you to have your own set of money. So it wasn't quite the one pot.
Yeah, he never questioned me at all about the money I made. Never.
Yeah.
He never said, well, you make like $2-3 grand a week or whatever. He never said, well, how much do you make? He never said that. He just like, I'm the head of the house. I'm the man in the house. It take $1,000 a week to cover the electric, gas, water, rent, blah, 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 whatever. And this is what I'm giving you. And I'm not giving you any more than that unless you ask for it.
So that's
and I never asked for it.
And you contributed the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever extra came along, I was like,
out of my she's not part of the one pot clan. She's part of the side with Kasim and UQ.
But it worked.
Well, that's cool. That's hard. Congratulations. My dynamic's different, and this is how we run. And my lady, we both agree on it. This is what we're going to do. This is how the house will be ran. This is how we're doing it.
But Hank, do you think that concept is centered around like an insecurity? Because you had mentioned earlier, like, she gonna, however you feel she's gonna think when it comes to not contributing. Like, do you feel she has a backup plan or some shit like that? She's untrustworthy.
Insecurity. No,
what do you feel like?
I said what y'all was doing is considered insecurity. If you got about my pot, their pot, our pot like that, and the man doesn't have access to that money, then that's a problem. Now I got to ask the question: what are you doing where I don't have access to that money, or say so, or jurisdiction over that money? What's the problem?
Okay.
So I think I want to make sure, because Hank said it before. My bad, I had a call. I think he's right in terms of the trust thing, though, for the majority of people with that bread. Because my wife used to say that shit about putting all the money together. I'm like, hell nah. I'm not doing that. Because it is rooted in trust. Like, it is uncomfortable, maybe more so. Like, how, you know what I mean? You know how much money I got. I'd much rather be like, what do we need? And then I just pay for it or provide it.
Right. So yeah, okay. So I guess I was asking, like, is that lack of trust centered around insecurity, or is it just that whole concept is what actually works? Because what HQ said, her shit worked, and it makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, because you can answer the trust problem. This what you need. I got it. You make sure we have leisure and whatever else, groceries. Even though groceries ain't as small as people be acting like it is either.
Not now.
You know. And then for the people like me who be like, yo, I don't feel too comfortable. You know, where all the money I got, you can kind of settle that too, and then the woman still feel taken care of.
But Ham, do you think that couples should be transparent, particularly when it comes to the finances?
Yes.
So if we want to be transparent when it comes to when it comes to the finances, what's wrong with letting her know how much you make?
I'm a hypocrite.
I knew that was the answer. I'm glad you manned up and you just put it out there like that.
Being honest.
I'll be DJing something like I'll get $150 an hour in this club. I might do a drive by where I'll be there for 2 hours and I charge extra if you book early. You know what I mean? It's just so much stuff. Like, I'm like, so that's what.
But where does that? But where does that come from? Where does that feeling come from? Where is it rooted in? Or knowing exactly how much you make?
I don't know. It's just like
know it, Ham. I know you know it. Just say it, man.
It's not. I don't know. It's like that shoebox money under your mattress thinking. Like, yo, like I don't know how to explain it. Like,
you think if she knew exactly how much you made, that she'd be counting your pockets and trying to run your pockets?
Oh yeah.
Is that where the fear comes in?
I don't know if the run part, but
counting your pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that. I think that you're probably more right than I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like because it was ill, right? She talking about put all the money together, right? Mm-hmm. And then I start asking about all these Amazon packages, right? Because she was taking the money out of the one joint account. When she started staying home with the kids, she be like, "Man, yo, every purchase you got something to say." I don't even be saying. I'm like, "Yo, my nigga, Amazon, like you don't work there, you don't got no discount." Like, you know, so then she like, you know what? I'm gonna have my little money over here to buy these bullshit trinkets when I want to without hearing your mouth. You know?
Yeah, man. Yep. Just like the packages that we get downstairs in the mailroom. The freaking the concierge dude, he was like, "Yeah, I could see him got some packages for y'all." I'm like, "That ain't for me. That's for her. I ain't ordering none of that stuff." And lo and behold, all these freaking boxes and stuff. I'm like, "But I don't trip. You know that it's her. It's her money. You do what you want."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it be for me. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, you know, like, nah, bro. Damn. What, Q?
Nah, you just got me cracking up over here. I'm like, that shit funny as hell.
I'm keeping it in the beam, man. Like I'm not at the place where Hank is at. Like, yo, one pot for real. I can't see it, but I'm willing to pay the bills, whatever's necessary, whatever the family needs, you know. But you know, when I want to buy those Ray-Bans that got the camera on them and they like a phone, like I don't want to hear nothing. This was $500 and I lost. and I lost them too.
Yo, ain't that a hell of a feeling? Hell, to just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it. Let me get that. I don't have to
Yeah.
listen to no feedback, no talkback, and while I'm spending my money, I just do it. But then again, you get to learn each other's spending habits, which I think is very, very important. Right? I learned her spending habits and what she likes to spend her money on. She learned my spending habits to know what I'm spending on. So now she knows that I'm not reckless, with my wallet, and I know she's not reckless, in the things that she buys. She's very conservative when it comes to leisurely things around the house where she like to ball out. She like to ball out on the restaurants and the vacation. That's what she goes all out on.
Yeah, word. And that's dope. And my wife, she pretty frugal in that way too. She'll talk about returning something, etc. But then she'll be like, damn, I wish I had a Peloton. The commercial will come on. I'm like, see? So I
that
bought
coat rack?
Huh? Yeah, the coat rack. I said, yo, if you wanted a coat rack, you should have said that. It's a $3,000 coat rack, my nigga. Like, if you wanted a coat rack, we could have saved this money, bro. Damn. Pain, what's up?
How you doing? And the panel. Hello, everybody. What's going on?
What's up, Pain? What's up?
All right.
What's up, OG?
So it's my turn to just tell you how it goes.
Yes, sir.
I have a variation on the one pot rule. My variation is that my wife was working when she was a fiance before we met, and she was making good money. Mm-hmm. But I did have a pot that we both had a joint account, and she had to put a certain amount of money in that pot with me, but I let her maintain her own bank account, because once she fulfilled what I thought she should fulfill, then I didn't care what she was doing. That was one. The other thing was, I made sure she maxed out, or at least close to maxed out, her 401k plan on a job. So once she did those things, she was ready to comply. I didn't really care. And here's why. Because no matter how much money she made, especially back in my day, it was, I made sure our lifestyle didn't go above what I could afford. Right? So if she had to have kids and all that, she could quit her job and we wouldn't lose any lifestyle. That was in my head. Now, that might not be true today. Because I was an engineer, on an engineering salary, I was able to do that. And plus, I was on the fast track to get promotions, and I knew that. So that was different. So I can't really put that on the men of today. But, this whole thing about two pots and all that, men and women have been working for their families for decades. This shit ain't new. I don't know why we even talking about. And so it's really a negotiation before you get married on how you're going to divvy up money, what you're going to invest and all this thing. But it's really, mentally, it's really only supposed to be one pot. And how you fix it and how you set things up from that one pot, right? So whether it's a physical one pot or a one pot mentality, at the very least, it should be a one pot mentality.
But you can't. But so, Mr. Payne, if I push back, you can't confirm that mentality. That mentality could be fluid and change. But what you couldn't confirm is that money hitting that bank account every 2 weeks.
Yeah, let me tell you why both of those things are the same. Okay, right? Because anything you negotiate with your woman or her man, for if you're a woman, is a risk reduction. It's really a risk reduction, right? And you're going to have some kind of connection to her spirit that she's telling you the truth. All of us as men need to do that before we open the gate to marriage. It's always just a risk reduction. And even if we get married, your woman might start out putting a certain amount in the pot, but it ain't nothing stopping her from ending that 1 week or 1 day, or one day she says, you know what, I'm going to miss this payment. And she won't tell you till after she does. She could cancel at any time. And you'll be pissed at her, but she can still do it. You can't stop her from canceling an automatic input into the pot. You can't stop her from doing it.
I know, but you can verify it though.
But the point is, if she does it, what you gonna do but other than get mad?
But that's
what
not,
I'm saying.
It's not the same thing though. You can verify what she puts in the pot. So if you use Hank's method, if she changes the percentage that go in the pot, you instantly can see it.
You still have an argument. That's what I'm saying. You can't stop her from changing the percentage. You can argue about it, but you can't stop her from doing it.
But what
So you still have
point are
to
you
trust
pushing?
it. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm saying, what point are you pushing though?
Well, I'm pointing to push. You said that you can't be convinced that she's going to agree with what you do before marriage. And I'm telling you, after you get married and she's putting a certain percentage in and you get used to that percentage, you can't stop her from changing the percentage. You can get mad afterwards and you might make her put it back, but you can't stop her from doing that. If she was putting $1,000 in every month, and you got used to that, but she said, shit, this month I only could put $500 in. She can go to her bursar office or whatever and just put $500 in that month. And then when you look at the rest, it's the same reason why when you get married, you know, when she agreed before you get married, when she agreed to do what y'all agreed to, it's the same. It's a risk reduction. I'm just saying you're not safe just because you're married and she's putting something in every month. She could change that at any time. All you could do is get mad. Or make her put it back, or make her refix it. But you can't stop somebody from doing that.
Okay, so what are you saying?
I hope you understand what I'm saying. She might not do it, but it's still a risk reduction.
That's what I'm saying. I hear when you're saying risk reduction, right? Risk reduction. Right. That's why I'm pushing the point of. That's why you need to see that money go in. The trust that she's gonna put it in, based on her so-called mentality, doesn't sound like risk reduction to me. I would need to see it happening before I commit. If I'm focused on risk reduction itself.
Well, how long do you need to see it happen, DJ? How long do you need to see it happen? For a year, 2 years?
Well, if you want to make it tangible, we've told people that 90 days is a probationary period, and that seemed to have been decently successful in the workplace. So if I were to implement that to keep it consistent, 90 days of her putting in a particular amount, if I'm focused on risk reduction, which is the phrase you use, that would make sense, as opposed to her telling me, hey, I'm gonna do it. That doesn't make as much sense.
No, I didn't say just her telling you. Of course I expect you to check, because you see the money go into your account. So what happens on the 120th day if she changes?
Then she changes.
When you check and verify, but it's only half the amount you'll agreed on. What then?
Then you have the argument, like you said. But you missed
what I was talking about.
No, Mr. Payne. Here's what happened though. You said risk reduction. Her just talking, you can't trust it or verify it. But if she puts the actual money in, you see the money, you can verify that she did what she said she was gonna do.
Yeah, DJ, I hear what you're saying. I agree with his where I didn't add the verification. I thought that was assumed. Of course, you have to verify. Yeah, you assume. If me and you have a pot and she's putting money in, I expect you to check. So I just thought you automatically knew that the verification was what I'm talking about as well. Because how could you know she reduced it unless you were checking? That's what I'm. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
So you're always on the hook to whether she's going to she's going to comply forever.
It's always a risk. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Right.
No, 100%. I just like to dive into this stuff so we can understand like what's the best.
I should have said verification as well, but I'm assuming that you're going to verify it every month because you're going to see what's going in there. But
so Mr. Payne, like I don't do it. So if I was going to adopt it, I need to understand like the framework as in depth as possible if I'm going to implement it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I agree.
You know, because right now I'm like, nah, bro. You know.
So, but these days, I don't think unless you make a lot of money as a man, you have to have a woman who is going to agree to reduce her lifestyle, just in case that you could take care of the lifestyle you guys assume in the modern era if she stops working. And most men, in the average, can't do that without her money.
Yeah. But I like what you and Callie Bev said, like predicating everything off of one person's income. That can be super like successful, you know, like living at your means of one person's income. I could see how that could be real fruitful, you know.
Yeah. That's what I did. It worked for us. And it's still working for us.
Yeah. No, real scrap. Like Warren Buffett, I don't think he bought a new house in 40 years. You know what I mean? Like he happy with that house he got, and so he continued just to get richer and richer, or wealthier and wealthier, whatever. Go ahead, Kasim, you unmuted. Go ahead, my bad.
No. I was just disagreeing on the point.
Okay, yeah, no, that's real. Damn, Triple Black was popping.
What's going on, man? What's going on, man? This
You
is an
tell me.
interesting this is an interesting conversation because I work in banking.
You got your headphones?
Yeah.
You got them in?
Yeah. Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, just muffled. It's usually a little bit more clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. No, I'm just saying, just because I've just seen so much, like you'll never know where all the bodies are buried, especially when it comes to finances. You know, I live in Florida, which is a community property state, meaning that, you know, it's pretty much 50-50. I mean, you gotta, you know, split it down the line, but there's a whole bunch of different strategies that people use to kind of make sure that they have, like, you know, the backup funds. Like, listen, I mean, when people die, man, you'll see so much stuff that you just, like, you're like, damn, these people were married for 40 years and they had this money hidden in this place and they had this money hidden in this family member's place. So thinking it's ever going to be one pot is crazy because it's always going to be different pots. You know, now, you know, some people might be like, you know what, I'll pay all the bills, you know, saying you can max out your, you know, 401k, just bring something to the table. Most things are like that, you know what I'm saying? But if you expecting a 50-50 type thing, or everybody's going to put exactly everything that they have or everything that they have coming in, you're crazy. It never works out. Never.
So Triple Black, do you think? So if let's say you got a woman, you was gonna marry her, would you push to go 50-50 on the bills?
Nah. I mean, I just don't, because I've been through it before and I see this shit. It's like, unless as a man, especially if you're getting married, you might as well just go ahead and pay everything, because every time she pulls out that wallet, every time that money comes out of it, there's going to be a little bit of resentment that goes along the way. And then you also got to think about all the people in their ear. You know, you got the single auntie, you got this bitter, what's the name? Oh, she makes you pay. Like all those things, that resentment builds up over time. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can give your wife the flex, like, you know, because women, believe it or not, they love to brag about this. Like my man pays for all the bills. That's a flex for her. But if that's not really happening, the resentment is going to build up over time. And I just know that from personal experience, because every time shit goes wrong, guess who gets the blame? It ain't gonna be her.
So Triple Black, if she's paying, what do you think is a max amount a woman can pay so that she doesn't start getting resentful? Like what percentage?
I don't think she should. I mean, there shouldn't be no obligation for anything. If you give her obligations,
what the hell? Yo, calm down, fam. Calm down.
Bro, you see me talking, you did the shit on purpose. Oh, your haircut is good, man. It's good. It's good.
The haircut's good. The haircut's good.
Oh, you in the barbershop?
No. My nephew cut my hair, and then he's like sitting there analyzing this shit, man. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
So hold on. Let me catch up with these super chats while you get your head wiped off. Hold on. Mike Brown with $5. Yeah, that's why I said men are easier at the car dealership. I got you, Mike. Lauren Mack with the $5 says, Hamp, I'm feeling the 70s lighting. Next show, wear a fedora and a floral button down, like a complete look. Nana, Lauren talking shit about your lighting. Nah, I told you. I'm just saying with the $2 says, I love that Kasim confidence. Jesus Pals with the $5 says, what the F? Men are jealous she's going to spend money on other men. What? Q, don't let this slide. What guy has ever said this to anybody? Shout out to Marcel, has been a member for 3 months. Salute. Appreciate you, bro, for gifting a membership, man. Shit like that. Lauren Mack with the $5 says, Uncle Kasim, do you have a vasectomy? Does your lady want children?
No, I don't have a vasectomy, and no, she doesn't want any children. So it's perfect for us.
I'm just saying with the 2000s, Hank for president. Andre was popping with the 2000s, 3-pot, mine's, hers, ours, but access to all. Andre with the 2000s, we make decisions together, but I'm the tiebreaker. Okay. AL with the $5 says, all I hear about marriage on these panels is just an expensive long-term relationship. Everyone talks so individualistic about marriage. Caesar's Palace with the 2000s says, Hank has not said a lie yet. Preach. Enos with the £2 says, damn, I love this money talk conversation. Indeed. I'm just saying what it tells us. Everybody just keep your own money. How the hell Hank gonna be president 1 minute and then the next? Right.
I know, right?
Lauren Mack with the $10 says, why are most of us distrusting of person we plan to be with forever? If we trust enough to share our lives and children, why is one pot such an issue? Caesar's Palace with the $5 says, guys, same reason why men should not tell women all his problems. Women are not supposed to know everything that happens with money or emotions. Shit, that's kind of what I was thinking for Lauren's question, honestly. Lauren Mack with the $5 says, how do you make major purchases that require your financials without including your spouse? You can buy whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you have trust. That's why you have trust account.
Sun Kiss with the 2000 says, shalom, shalom, shalom. What's popping? I'm just saying with the 2000 says, what keeping Kasim from marrying?
Because I've done it once already.
Danielle was popping with the $5 says, sometimes telling people how much money you have is a good way to test people. Money makes people move different. Yeah. Normal Nerd with the 2000 says, it sounds like having a wife equals raising a child. Jesus Christ. So, Triple Black, what percentage can she pay without her starting to build up resentment?
There's not a percentage. I just think anytime that if you put like an obligation on them, that's just going to build resentment. I just think any type of obligation is going to build resentment.
So the cable bill.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you. I mean, I'm 43 years old. I've been through experiences. I just kind of like looking back, like a lot of problems could have been avoided if I would have just, you know what I'm saying, like not even dependent. Like just don't depend on a woman for anything. You know what I'm saying? Just don't. When it comes to financials, just do not be financially dependent on them for nothing. That's just my piece of advice. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's just, I've just seen it too much. You know what I'm saying? That's why most relationships, especially marriages, break down. It's usually, I mean, I don't know what the percentage is. It's mostly about finance. It's mostly about finance. So
the Xfinity bill is $50 a month for the first 2 years before they raise it up. She can't pay that. Like, you think she's gonna be like, yo, man?
She can pay it, but if you establish it to where like, oh, you have to pay this every month. You have to pay this every month, or it's going to shut off. You see how you're gonna. I don't know what else to tell you, though. If we have two women on the panel, and you know, I hope they can be honest about it. You know, if your husband or your man or your wife or whatever put an obligation on you, you don't think that's coming out of your pocket. That's not going to build up a little bit of resentment.
So triple black, are you saying that
you don't consider Heathen Queen a woman? How dare you say that?
No, I was just saying because
two women, and I'm counting the two on the top, but you forget my buddy Heathen Queen. Don't do that. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, you're trying to start it. But I'm just saying, I wish you could be honest about it. I mean, when there's an obligation, like it can be like in any obligation, you don't think that you have a resentment.
Go ahead, Q. What's your question?
Now I was gonna ask Triple Black. Like Triple Black, are you saying that when the man moves the woman out of the wife role and moves her into the partner role, she starts to feel uncomfortable?
There's no such thing as no damn partner. Let's get that shit out of the way. Especially when you become a wife. that's some made up shit. It's not no partnership. Like at the end of the day, when shit hits the fan, the man is going to be the president of it. Like, stop that shit. It's not going to be 50-50 when we have a fucking mortgage that goes into foreclosure. Like, everybody, the kids and shit, they're going to be looking at the man. So stop that.
So that's what I'm saying. Based on what you are saying, you're saying that there's resentment because she's obligated to pay that particular bill, right?
Yeah, of course.
So she's not making her like a wife at that point. She's partnering with her man to get shit done.
All the other stuff, that's in her ear. I mean, come on, man. Listen, if she feels like that, if when the ship goes down, that she's gonna have to take some type of accountability for it, that builds resentment. I don't care what y'all say. You guys know it builds.
I mean, it actually doesn't because we're supposed to be a team in this life, right? So if we're a team in this life, why would I be resentful for playing my role as the co-captain?
Okay, look at the why do the divorce rate and who initiates the divorce rate is so one-sided? If it was
unless you look into every irreconcilable difference case and examine the reasons behind the divorce and all that kind of stuff like that, we can just go ahead and toss that out because irreconcilable differences is an umbrella term that encompasses everything. It just makes it easier to file. So it could be anything, right? So let's just go ahead and toss that on the shoulder. However, my thing is this though. How can a woman feel resentful for pulling up her end of being the co-captain? That doesn't make any logical sense because anything could happen. Look, we done lived through 9/11, we done lived through the housing market crash, and then we done lived through this recent thing with this inflation stuff, right? The economy has been real kind of volatile over the last 20 years. Anything can happen. So to have resentment for you having to pick up the remaining part of the finances so you guys could stay afloat and not get evicted type stuff, that doesn't make any sense.
So if that was the case, if you're saying that was the case, why is the divorce rate and the people that are initiating the divorce so high? And the thing about it is, like you said, irreconcilable differences. That's an umbrella term. How many women are gonna be like that? Why did your marriage end? Oh, he was broke. He couldn't pay the bill.
No woman says that.
Exactly. What did they use? What term did they use? Come on, man. Like I mean,
Black, you're saying marriages end in divorce for irreconcilable differences because it's one pot?
No, you're putting words in my mouth. It mostly ends because a lot of times it's a financial situation. Some people take a loss. It could be an illness where people get. I mean, most of the time when you have these type of problems in the marriage, it's usually finance. I mean, right. I don't know what
it could not even be a loss of finances. It could be somebody didn't vet properly and find out that their spouse has unhealthy spending habits and are spending more money than they actually have. It could be that. It doesn't have to be because they're broke. It could be just because they're spending money they don't have and they're putting the family in a bad spot, whether that be the man or the woman. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and toss that divorce rate thing because of finances under irreconcilable difference. We can go ahead and toss that out the way because that doesn't really tell us anything.
Let me ask you a question. Why does like a statistical fact like you know what I'm saying, like burns you guys so much? It's not saying that we're
God damn.
I knew he was gonna get sniped. I knew it. So I knew somebody was gonna get him.
Poor guy.
Hey, well, you know what, DJ?
I don't understand this. This is what I don't understand. Part of the process, yes, sir.
Well, just real quick, Hank DZ put Triple Black in the bathroom for 5 minutes, so he can come back at 5:05. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, part of the process, man, is knowing and vetting your woman. You need to know her spending habits. You need to pay attention to all that. Look, by the third date, I'm gonna know your credit score and your credit report. I'm gonna have a copy, because that's part of my expectation for you to bring a copy to the dinner table. Yeah, well, how are you spending money? What's your credit score like? The things I like to invest in, I'm into Bitcoin, I'm into full 57 Roth, I'm into all of these things, money market accounts. I'm into all that. So I need to know what your mental and your mindset is on about this. Where's your financial? Do you got credit debt that I need to do? You got student loans I need to worry about? All of these are a problem. And if these don't get resolved before I say I do, then you don't say I do.
People say financial reasons are people get divorced because of financial reasons. It's really not financial reasons. It's really other stuff. A woman is going to say, I don't have no money and I'm still sitting here putting up with this bullshit, and you ain't got no money. You ain't got enough money for me to put up with this bullshit. So it's really not a matter of, oh, okay, because he don't have no money, we broke up. It's other things that lead to that financial, and then we get to the end and he say, well, damn, I'm putting up with all this garbage and you ain't even got no money. Oh, hell no, I'm not putting up with this garbage. You ain't got.
It's true. That's the exact definition. That's the exact definition.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not our number one reason for getting divorced.
Okay. Keep it clean.
It just makes everything.
They done bumped you out of the bathroom.
Okay, will the rich man
Twizzy brought him back?
Yeah. Will the rich man be able to get away with more than a poor man?
Yes.
Yes, he would. Yeah.
Yes. That's what Heathen Queen just said.
Right. It's the same way how a woman that's more beautiful is going to get away with more things, right?
Yeah. Damn, they got it.
Wouldn't the one pot eliminate the whole I'm resentful because I gotta spend my own money thing? If all the money is going into the one pot, it's y'all's money. So therefore, where would the resentment be coming from?
Well, the chat ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I chime in with Cali Bev is going?
Yeah, real quick. Let me just clarify this real quick. So Tommy Thumbs put Triple Black back in the bathroom. He can come back at 5:13. Let me just catch up on these real quick. Andre, wait, hold on, damn. So Andre with the $5 says, "Nah, I had 5 more for Triple Black, so he can come back at 5:18 now." I got 2 more, and then Mr. Payne can jump in. I'm just saying what the $5 says. DJ Ham, you have a professional ear to hear bad mics. That many of us don't notice. It's okay, we still hear shit. Helen Keller could hear how bad Kelly Bev might be. You kidding me? Hey, yo,
you're crazy.
If you can't tell your woman she needs to put up money on bills, then are you really a leader you say you are, or are you just her sponsor? John the Baptist is trolling with the $5 says, listening to this conversation says, I just realized I'm a beta. We do 70-30 with me paying the 30, and I only make $38,000 a year. Oh my God. Triple Black, I put it back from there. See, the pals with the $5 says, Triple Black, just let her control everything so she don't build resentment on anything. How about let her fucks with other men so she don't get mad? Shaking my head. Pals tells us, Triple Black, housewife still complain, dude. Go ahead, Mr. Payne. What's good?
Well, you know, one of the things Triple Black is underestimating women by saying what he's saying. I firmly disagree that most women, he's talking about a pure feminist-led modern woman who would actually complain about keeping her family up. No regular woman who's in a relationship with a man, a wife and husband, is going to gain resentment for making sure that household is secure. Even if she has to provide a little bit more than she would want to. Man, no, I shouldn't even say that. Most women want to make sure their marriage and their household is successful, period. Why are they into it? So he's looking from a negative scarcity kind of thing, that his woman, his wife, will be out there learning all kinds of bullshit from other people and then bringing it home. Listen, I hate to say how long I've been married, so I won't, because I got kicked off for having a 100-year marriage before. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. But the point is, you gotta understand, no matter who you're married to, she's going to have to ward off all kinds of outside influences. So it's really more testament to the strength of your relationship than anything else, because you cannot hide or hide your woman from what the hell's going on out there. You can't. She's got to be willing to make sure that that shit bounces off her back. So I'll end it.
Wait, hold on, Mr. Payne. Hold on, expand on. So how did that? I hear what you're saying, but just so I'm clear, how did that? And then when you relate that back to money, what does that mean? Like, what does that
because
mean?
He was saying, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because he was saying that if she's paying any bills, her relatives, the aunties, and all that's going to get on her case that he's not paying 100%. Yeah. If she's getting those kind of people in her ear, and that's not bouncing off her back, because she can't brag that he's paying 100%, then you got to kind of question what kind of woman you marry.
Damn. I see what you're saying.
And besides, you know when your man make a certain amount of money. You know when he has a certain amount of money. And we as women, we gonna make sure the level of the house is gonna stay the way it is, where we're comfortable. I mean, if he gives me $3,000 a month and I know that house needs $2,000, I'm coming up with the $2,000 if I know he ain't got the $3,000. So we can have that level that we both want. It's not a matter of, oh, okay, well, I got to come up with $2,000 and I'm upset. No, I understand. You don't have $3,000. You don't have $5,000. You have $3,000. So I'm gonna come up with the $2,000. I'm gonna make it work. I'm not gonna resent that. It just is what it is. If you're not making that money, I can't tell you to come in the door and say, you need to make $5,000, otherwise I'm gonna be unhappy. No, I already know where my man's level of money is gonna be. So I try to make the difference, make it happen.
So
right, but Queen, that's only done for, he only got a certain amount of time to do that. Right, he can't just ride that out for ever and ever and ever. In your mind, you're probably thinking like, okay, we in this situation, I'm gonna give him 4 months, right? But he is expected to go back to where he was before.
So part of our problem as Black people, it's taboo to talk about money and finances. Why is that such a problem for us? That's one of our biggest downfalls as Black people. We don't talk about finances. Knowing we always try to live above our means and live in a lifestyle that we know we can't afford. Yeah, we be in the most debt because we're living above our means and we're scared to have a conversation with your significant other about finances. Why would you go into a marriage and not know about the finances of the person you're about to bless with your last name? That don't make sense to me at all. We need to come together. We're going to a spreadsheet. Let me know every bill you got. You're going to know every bill I got. So what we going to have to take care of together, what we going to have to come out. If we're looking to get a bigger home, if we're looking to rent out my home or continue to rent out my other homes, or am I going to sell it because we're trying to move out of the country, whatever the case may be, we need to talk about this. Conversation need to be had. I don't want to just talk about the crap about well, who stuff we're gonna keep and who stuff we're gonna sell at the yard sale or give to the Goodwill. I need to know what's your budget? Where we stand financially? Where do you stand financially? I don't want to know that you got 4 other hidden credit cards that I didn't even know about. That's going to be concerned that you got all maxed out. That's a problem, especially when we need to go get our credit checks and go get this home loan. Yeah, that's a problem for me. I don't know all this until I'm ready to sign with the bank and they talk about, hey, you got these outstanding bills here that we need to be taken care of before we can okay you for this loan. No, we shouldn't be doing that.
So let me ask a question. Are there any pros to the man paying all the bills? If so, what are they?
There's a pro if you can do it. That's it.
Yeah, so hypothetically, he can do it. What are the pros of that?
Well, I mean, yeah. You know what? I had to think about that. Let Kasim go because he's the man with all the money. Go ahead.
Okay.
I would just damn it, man. You ain't gonna put me on blast like that. I would just say definitely the dynamic of the relationship is better, right? If she knows that he can carry that backpack all the way up that mountain, it lessens a lot of the stress and a lot of the drama and a lot of the nitpicky things that you guys go through. She's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable by knowing that every single time he's just hitting on all cylinders. So we benefit from that because there's not as much stress and chaos.
Damn. Any other? Well, that's a lot. That's a whole lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a cost to pay. It's a that and we all know that that's not free. The things that we want in the relationship, there's a cost to that, and I think you have to be, if you're going to do that, you have to really know what the benefits are and just be willing to take that on, right? In a good spirit, not letting them know exactly what you're doing or throwing it in their face, because I think that's the wrong thing that you can do.
So what do you expect from her with all that benefit, all that benevolence and beneficiary that you are to her? What do you expect in return?
I'm expecting her to be light and fluffy, right? To be more agreeable. Things are nicer. Her disposition is nicer. She's more open. She's more free, right? That I can get a lot more things that I need and just increase the dynamic, and it works. It really does. When you take that load off of them, they can just relax and just be girly and be feminine. It works.
Damn. Yeah, I can see that. I can see a benefit in that. Ladies, any what's the pros of him paying all the bills?
Well, we have to be logical. We have to be modern day. Modern day is most men won't be able to do that. So the bulk of them are, I'd say try to pay the bulk of what needs to be paid.
What's the benefit if he pays the bulk then? It's same question. I just want to know the benefits of
he feels like he's taking care of her. He feels like he's doing the bulk of the lifting. She can't resent that because she knows if she's a modern woman that he doesn't make that kind of money. So the benefit for him is he's going to get all the things that he needs because he's paying the bulk of everything. He's paying the bulk. If you can pay the bulk, you should be able to ask for a lot of things. Those things should come standard. A lot of things should come standard.
Some of you have to put the selfish ass mindset, gonna find something to complain about. It's always, I'm listening, I'm seeing a lot of things, hearing a lot of things. Yeah, you selfish ass heifers gonna find something to complain about. Gonna find something on the house. I know it's a 4-bedroom house, but I want a 5-bedroom with 3.5 bathrooms. This 2.5 is not enough for me.
Well, but did Heathen Queen even give any benefits, or did she just talk about niggas just broke?
Basically, she meant the cooperation is the cooperation. It flows smoother. There's less bumps in the cooperation.
She's happier. She's happier,
Yes.
and she's not as cantankerous as she could be. Because if I know that I'm paying the bulk of the bills, I'm mad. I'm already mad right off the bat. I'm mad because you could be doing more. You could be working 2 jobs. You could be working two jobs to put money in the house. I know me. I know I would be mad. I'd be like, oh hell no, I gotta pay everything. I gotta pay everything.
Right. Because your expectation.
He ain't spending enough time with you. It's gonna be something. HQ, you seem like the type who do that. You ain't spend enough time with me, but you sit at home relaxing, doing whatever housework I need you to do. But I'm out here working 2 jobs. But I'm trying to make all the money, make sure all these bills are paid, and keep up this 5-bedroom and 3.5 bathroom that you was looking for. But you'll find talking about, well, I would like to go out more. Well, I got to work.
Yeah,
more.
I'm a different breed. I didn't do that kind of argument.
You selfish.
I didn't have that kind of marriage where I did this. He didn't tolerate this, so I didn't do that. I worked within the box he gave me. That's the younger people stuff.
But I think that we all know as men.
Take a second job, like
Right.
nah.
But I think we all know is that when the women come into our life, the expectation that her life is going to increase for the better, right? We all know that, and we know that with that expectation, there's a certain cost to go along with that. We all know that she's not getting with us just to be where she is. She's expecting things to be a little bit better.
I think in John's situation, I don't know if you were really trolling John with them numbers, but I think if you are not trolling, you're an outlier. I think if she putting in 70 and you putting in 30, that give her a lot of say, and that's a big ass headache.
Damn. So the pants are for sale, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they for sale at? Yeah, maybe in y'all neighborhood.
The pants off for sale. Let me get John in. Let me just catch up on these super chats real quick. Tommy was popping.
What's good, panel?
Tony with the 10 pounds said, keep him in the dark bathroom or woman. Talking about Triple Black. Triple Black can come back. Oh no, he still got 10 minutes. I'm just saying what the $2 says. No wives do not want to have to pay. It's true. All right. I'm just saying what the $5 says. No, he needs to figure it out, especially after 15 years. Right, Kasim? He should not need my money. Damn. I'm just saying what the $10 says. Modern day is a woman. Modern day's woman who knows where she is, he gotta get his weight up and pay all. Pay the cost to be the boss. Shout out to Bravado for becoming a member. No Cupcake with the $2 says, did HQ admit that she would be mad? Yes, she did. Triple Black. Lauren Mack with the $5 says, Hamp, I think the yellow lighting makes you look your age. Finally living your Gen X. First off, I'm not a Gen Xer. First off. And I hope you're getting a fender bender coming home from work too. Just so you know. I definitely wish that upon you. Living your truth. HQ, appreciate you. Bravado with the 50 ball says, you fellas are talking like most of these women come into these relationships in good faith. Y'all are talking as a man. Wait, y'all are talking as a man. All you got to do is ellipsis. Then she will be less likely to act up. Too many women are not coming in good faith.
Weather outside is humid. She turn up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho, let her ho, let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping, so who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
Salute to the OG Bravado, man, for the 50 ball. Who was up? Q, were you saying something? Or no, John, right?
Hey, listen, I gotta go, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Mr. Payne, be safe. Hey, Mr. Payne, shoot me an email when you get a chance.
Okay, you have it in your description.
This might be risky at Gmail.
Okay, you got it. Later.
Yes, sir. What's up, John?
The last thing I was saying
go ahead. My bad.
was about John's super chat of the 70-30, but y'all go ahead.
Yeah. What's up, John?
What up, OG? What up, OG? Hemp? How you doing, bro?
What's popping, man? I miss you. I ain't see you in a minute, B. Everything's everything?
Yeah, I've been hiding out, bro. Just laying low.
Indeed, man. What's goody?
Beta stuff, doing beta stuff. That's all, man. What up, Vic? What up, big brother, Heat?
What's going on, John, man? Hey, John said he's living his best beta life, brother. Right on to that, brother.
Out everybody on the panel doing Q and everybody. Nah, Q, I was trolling on that one. It is pretty much 50-50 though in our house. But just on the side note, because of modern day times, the way things move right now, I don't think a dude really should care what a woman thinks as far as if you're going to pay bills. If your woman is modern day, or if y'all a modern day couple and y'all moving that way, then you should move modern day ways. Why would you care what she thinks about how she feel about paying more bills? Because she chose to work, she chose to have a career, she chose to put her career ahead of the family. So my thing is, why would you care about her being resentful or not? Now, if they're gonna move in a traditional way, then move traditional. Other than that, I don't see. Let her be resentful. If she's unhappy, she's gonna be unhappy because it's not your job to make your spouse happy. They should be happy. They should be happy based on their roles of what marriage is. It's not my job to make you happy. You should find happiness in. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You should find happiness in doing your duty, your responsibility to what marriage is. That's where your joy comes in at, and doing the role that you agreed to do on the wedding day. That's it.
Damn. Yeah, I know. I was just gonna ask. You had mentioned traditional. What is a traditional marriage to you? Does that include a woman being a working woman or not?
traditional to me doesn't necessarily mean that she work or doesn't work. Traditional means that what she understands that if she's married to a man, she's going to be a helpmate to that man. So if he needs her to work, she's going to work. If he needs her to stay home, she's going to stay home. Anything that she does is going to benefit him, and because she knows in return that he's going to do whatever it takes to benefit the house. So she's using all of her resources, all of her assets to benefit him, her husband. So if she goes to work, she's going to go to work, make all that money, bring it home to him, and he's going to decide. He's going to listen to her advice too. He's going to listen to what she has to say on it, but the final say so is going to be on his hands.
Did you hear the Gino Jennings sermon on that?
And I disagree with Gino on that one. I didn't hear the sermon. Okay, let me say it before I say I disagree. I didn't hear the full sermon. So I can't say I fully disagree, but the part y'all discussed,
yeah,
I disagree on that one.
So John, traditional is values. The money don't got shit to do with it.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, so you're saying even if you were not trolling, you at 30%, you still delegating tasks, responsibilities, making sure the assets, the money is allocated correctly, et cetera, et cetera.
Correct. I don't think answer your question directly. Yes, I don't think me being a man determines how much money I make or what leadership I have for the family. That's not negotiable. Me being a man is not negotiable. My role in marriage is not negotiable.
Okay. So now,
so if I made 30, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, just clarifying question: is provider still? Do you still demand that title at 30%? Do you still fulfill that requirement at 30%?
Demand or require? Which one you want? Which one you use?
Do you fulfill what I meant to say? The provider protector? You know all those the generic what men do. Do you technically fulfill that requirement if she's paying the majority of the bills?
Yes, I do. Yes, I fulfill that requirement because her everything that she does is everything that she's doing is to benefit me. So therefore, if in a traditional role, if she goes to work and I need her to make 70% of the earnings, and I'm focused on something else, I'm still delegating the resource to how she's spending her time.
Wait, so you're focused on something else, but what that something else just can't be anything, right? Or can
No,
it
it's going.
You be playing golf?
No, I think every man is always. I think, to me, in my personal opinion, I think every man is always focusing on what's best for his family, how to make his family better.
Damn. So what if you a pimp?
I don't agree with the pimp lifestyle, but if she chooses to marry a pimp, she chose to marry a pimp. She chose. Her father gave way to a pimp. She married that pimp, or however the case may be. She made that decision. So
but
she
what
get
would
what
be
she
the
married.
difference between a pimp and your mentality there?
And that my thing is like my mentality is this. I don't know if there's a difference or not. I'm just looking at it as the benefit of me being a husband is not negotiable. My job as a husband is not negotiable. If you want to call it a pimp, you can call it a pimp. I don't know about a pimp lifestyle, so I can't really speak to it. If you're saying they sound one and the same, then I can't argue with you. You know more than I do.
Yeah,
You know
if
more
we're
about it
going
than I
out
do.
to make that 70% earning, you said that's the benefit you, and you know where she's at.
Well, no, okay. So I said it to benefit me, but I'm saying is, ultimately, if I am a man, I'm gonna do what's best for the best benefit of the family. I know a guy. His wife makes. I don't know him personally, but I know him secondhand through a mutual friend. His wife makes $700,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. He definitely ain't the provider then, right?
He's not. Well, he doesn't provide. He doesn't go out and earn the money. That's the question you're asking.
Yeah, baseball provide. Yeah, like putting food on the table. He don't do that.
Yeah, he doesn't go out and earn the money. But if you go about that, I'm not saying they're even traditional or biblical. I'm saying in that aspect, if you take that situation, if she's earned $700,000, is she earning $700,000 for her, or is she earning it for the family that he's the leader of?
She's earning it for the family that he is allegedly the leader of.
Okay, why do you say allegedly?
Well, is he home? I mean, because of how it looks. So that family fails. The perception is that if she's the breadwinner, that's on her, not on him.
No, it's on him because he's the leader.
Says who though?
It's like I say, I don't think marriage is negotiable.
You know, the prophet Cardi B said, "Broke boys don't deserve no pussy," and the woman said, "I know that's right." So now he's the leader. It's just gonna be tough. It's hard for me to, and I ain't talking shit about your man. Well, kinda. He's hypergamous.
I don't. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. To this day and time, I don't think we should really care about these labels and these titles because no one cares about traditional roles anymore. Traditional roles are done with. So therefore, if he's hypergamous, that's just a title that shouldn't apply in modern day times.
So is
John, what does he do?
Hold on. One question. Is leader also just a title we should do away with? If that's the case,
you know
him
what?
being the leader, we should dissolve that. Then also, if hypergamy is no longer valid,
to be honest in the conversation, probably do away with it because y'all, those things that we consider traditional are not even traditional anymore. I mean, it's not even they don't even practice them anymore. So I mean, I can't argue against that. Do away with it if you want to.
Well, no, I'm just.
Sounds like he's down with the house husbands camp over there at with Shiki and them. It really does. And to hear it from John, who's been in the marriage for a really, really long time, you would think he would have more of an old school type of mindset when it comes to it. But I think he's probably seen enough of it where he's noticing the change and he's allowing the people just to move how they move as long as they're happy.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting line. I know John not afraid to answer questions. That's why I keep on asking different questions based on the premise. Now, let me correct one thing. We still didn't confirm if he can be the leader without being the provider. Can those two things be separate, John? If those two things can be separate, then he can still be the leader. But if you have to be the provider, and right now, since people ain't farming and shit, it is the money you bring in the house. If those provider and leader can't be separate, it's gonna be hard for him to be the leader, right? Essentially, if he's not bringing in the resources.
I don't equate leadership with money. I don't.
Okay.
So if you ask me, I'm gonna say how much money he makes does not change if he's a leader or not.
Okay.
Damn. So John, do you believe that people should live and walk in their truth?
I don't buy into that. What I'm noticing is, Q, to answer your question, I want to not answer your question. I think I've understood it correctly. I don't believe people should walk in their truth. I think people should walk in the truth. I think there is an absolute truth. But what I am noticing now that today's time don't really recognize absolute truth.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm saying is, I'll let you walk off into that trap. I'll let you walk off into that ditch, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. I don't agree with it.
So you don't believe it, but you co-signing it.
How can am I co-signing it? That's a good question. I don't know if I'm co-signing it.
Good question.
Cause I don't know if I'm co-signing it. I just think whether I agree with or disagree, people are gonna do what they want to do.
So if you don't speak against it, is that co-signing it?
I speak against it. I speak against my own personal life. I'm not living like that. I'm not gonna live that way. If you ask me personally, but I'm old enough to understand that whatever I say something in this day and time, modern day society doesn't want to hear what I gotta say anymore.
Last question, John. Did you tell your man he wilding?
Actually, he's a mutual friend. He's not one of my friends. That's somebody I know. I've met once, twice through another friend.
Did you tell his man to tell his man he wilding?
Nah, I didn't tell him that. No, actually, I have made several jokes about him several times though.
Okay,
I couldn't do it, but
he told him a little bit. Okay,
he may have. I don't know, but he probably have.
Yeah, that is. Hey, it's not. These are difficult questions. I'm just trying to understand it, man. Damn, man. Shout out to the house husband, man. She making $700K, man. Mr. Fantastic, what's popping?
Yo, what up, Hamp? What up, everybody? Am I coming in clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you good, fam. You good.
All right, cool. Yeah, so, yeah, man. Hey, man, first off, bro, we got to address these PPP, not the loans over here. These are pimp positive panels, man. Y'all ain't never said nothing bad about no pimps over here. What the hell's going on, man? We need to put y'all through Pimps Anonymous. Goddamn. Pimps are bad people, okay? Especially in 2024. Okay, can we get that settled? Okay? Pimps are bad, okay? Now secondly, John, brother, man, you can't. That's one of the things. You cannot be a leader and not be a provider. That's one, like I said, provider protector is the definition of a man, especially as a husband or a man, whatever it's a relationship. So yeah, you can't separate those two things. You can't separate providing from leadership when that's a part of the definition and the qualification description. Outside of that, though, I would say, man, I don't believe in mixing money. We both work. Your money is your money. My money is my money. And we come together with our money. And as a man, I'm supposed to have more of the lion's share. But I've seen too many stories, man. Shout out to all my vets, all the military people. You know it, to where hey, you go on deployment or you're doing something, and lo and behold, one day all the money's out of the account, and now you ain't even got no wife or girlfriend or whatever no more. So, in order to save the woman that I'm with, because I love her so much, I don't want to give her the opportunity to mess up to where I have to, I have to possibly affect her life. So, just to prevent preventative maintenance, you just, hey, we both work, we both have money. Whenever it's something needed, major, we come together, talk about it. But I don't see the purpose of really needing, the however many pots or whatever. 2 pots should work. Because we both work, and hey, you got stuff that you need to do, you want to do. I got stuff that I need to do and I want to do. And the responsibilities will be understood, and we'll make sure those taken care of. But then outside of that, leisure or just, whatever it is you want to get for yourself, you get for yourself. Women will tell you this, and a woman went viral here shortly as to where they want to be a housewife, right? Or they don't want to work and they want to be a stay-at-home mom. But then they say that's slavery, and they feel like they're trapped because now they have to ask the man for money, or the man is responsible to give them the money. And either, like Hink said, these women are never satisfied, man. It's never enough. Well, you didn't give me enough money, and well, damn, Shawty, he was giving you $4,000 a month, and you're not doing nothing, and he paying all the bills and whatever. Was still not good enough. I felt trapped. And women have said this. So women claim they want one thing, but they don't even want what they claim they want. And that the whole thing, man, are just the money. Women with money is bad overall, bro. Okay, women don't do no damn money. They gonna always fuck up the money, the home money, the church's money, the Salvation Army money. You put a woman in charge of the damn money, is getting fucked up. Okay, so it's why it's best for the man to be in order of the money, and make sure everything's good where it's supposed to go. Because I can imagine a lot of brothers got a lot of stories of giving women money and putting women in charge of the money, and stuff not getting taken care of how it's supposed to get taken care of. Or, oh, I just had to have this purse. It was 50% off. Yeah, it's 50% off, but the shit's still $2,000, goddamn. So what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Women believe that a deal is paying for some shit that she actually don't need. No, the deal is you don't need it, so you don't buy it. But that's a hard concept for women to understand, so that's all I got.
I got one question. This is not upon what you first were saying. So if he's not providing, he's not the leader.
You can't be. That's one of your roles and the qualifications for the job.
So, question: you have to check all the boxes to be the leader.
There are only 2 boxes for a man.
Just provide and protect.
Yeah, everything else is like auxiliary.
Okay, so if you can't do either one of those, if either one is missing, by definition of what it takes to be a leader for a man, you're not one.
Yeah, the woman is just waiting to leave you. Like you said, that dude has got the $700,000 wife. It's a great thing. It sounds great, but what incentive does she have to stay? Yeah, he's bringing nothing to the table. I mean, I'm hoping he's a great father or whatever, and he does stuff around the house. But that's, she can hire a babysitter, and she can hire or what's the name? You see what I'm saying? She can hire those things. You, as a man, you're supposed to provide for the woman. Therefore, you're the, you have control of a lot of other things. I partially, somebody said a crazy ass, paying 100% is crazy on either end. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in fucking babysitting or taking care of a grown ass adult, for one. All right, so that's crazy, especially in modern time.
What percentage can she pay to where she doesn't grow this alleged resentment that Triple Black named, that you ain't a babysitter, but also you got the lion's share, so she respects you? What percentage does she? Can she max percentage?
I say 70-30. I say 30% to the woman and 70% to the man. That because when you're doing 100% on either side, I'm telling you from experience, and I've heard other brothers say it, I heard even women say it. For women, it's anything over 1% for women is equal to them. But for a man, paying 100%, man, that shit create, man, this bitch lazy. What the hell? I came home and the house ain't clean, and the house is spick and span, but you just seen a dust ball fly across, so now the whole house dirty because this bitch sitting at home while you working 12 hours a day, breaking your back. You feel what I'm saying? So I've seen it, man. That shit creates a lot of resentment, bro. And like you said, living in a first world country, capitalist society where money is everything. Y'all bringing up the Bible, man. What the Bible say? Money solves all things, right? So again, if that's been the policy, huh? Oh, money answers all things. That's in the Bible. I don't know why y'all looking at me crazy.
I'm trying to think what that verse is. I had to go back and look for it. That's all. I'm trying to get clarification.
It's in there though. It's definitely in there. Money answers all things. So even if it was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for you. Goddamn. So you better be bringing some money to the table, not just no pretty face and no puss. Okay, we're not doing that. And I think that's the whole thing, that because and I don't see many other people even having this conversation, but that's the reason as to why these women keep talking about traditional this, traditional that. But then at the same time, y'all are not traditional women. So you can't tell the man pay all the bills and foot everything and do everything, but then you out here, not being at home barefoot and pregnant, cooking, from scratch cornbread and collard greens. Goddamn, traditional is traditional.
So fantastic. If she's not traditional, why should they be traditional then? Why should the man be traditional?
I'm agreeing. That's what I'm saying, John. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't believe.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Women are trying to demand that men be traditional, which I believe some of those things, man. Listen, as a man, you need to be able to change a tire. You need to be able to, you know what a flat head and a Phillips head screwdriver are. The bare minimums. But hey, we're not going out here hunting no damn bears and picking up transmissions in 2024, bro. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We not our great granddaddies or granddads, stuff like that. That's just unreasonable. But just basic manly things, masculine things you do need to know.
So I guess I got a question to all the men on the. Oh, go ahead. My bad, Ham.
Yeah, no.
Oh, John, real quick, I
just want to make sure I get Tommy in. Go ahead, Q.
No, I was just gonna say real quick, that verse was Ecclesiastes. I think it's 10:19. You probably was taking a shit the day that you read that and forgot to put a bookmark in it, but Fantastic was right.
Yeah, John said trying to think.
Say my hashtag.
It be very now. Do y'all know who wrote Ecclesiastes?
That's one of wisdom literature. It was a Solomon.
Yeah, the richest nigga to ever live. So when a rich nigga tell you money answer all things, is that different from me sitting here telling you? I'm just, you know what I mean? Because we want to use it. So I think the person who wrote it might
the
be
one who had the most wives and the most problems.
Solomon started wilding. Shout out to Solomon. Tommy, what's poppin'? I know John had a question. Oh, what's up? Tommy been waiting patiently. I want to make sure he get in.
Nah, what's good, panel? First, I want to say shout out to you, Hamp. I see what you're doing out here. I came across you the first time you hosted one of the little peep shows, and the way you was able to keep the panel in line and keep everybody on topic and also not let people run from providing context was amazing. I don't see that often when people moderate and host these panels like that. So I want to salute you on that.
Well, appreciate you, bro. That was a good time, man.
Yeah. I hope to see you more on there because they need a little bit of order sometimes on there. They be going a little bit sideways.
Yeah.
But you said John had a question.
Yeah, John had a question, but he always does that, Tommy. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So
he been driving for 20 hours straight. He don't know me. Boy need to sleep. Go ahead.
So I guess I'm here to represent the broke niggas because all I see on these panels is niggas talking about how they the sole provider and how their wife ain't never gotta work. If you a man and you make and your wife gotta work, then you ain't no man and all this other shit. Not what Mr. Fantastic said. He says he believes somebody should be paying something. But I guess the reason why I really came up was because Triple Black was wilding. He was going crazy. I don't know what he was talking about. I think he was trying to make a point, but he really wasn't getting there. So I'm gonna try to
the link.
try to
Triple
see
Black, you eligible to come back. Triple Black. Tommy had a question for
if you wanted to finish though. Yeah, but so I guess
it'll be he listening somewhere.
Yeah. So I guess my point of view on the 50-50 or not 50-50, but the one pot thing, I think we was talking about one pot is I think I believe in one pot, but then again, I don't know. Y'all can tell me if this is one pot or not. Because I'm engaged to be married. Me and my fiance had several talks about money and everything, and who's the leader and who and who listens to who and all that. We didn't already had these conversations. Ain't no question about who's in position where. But I did believe in one pot, but then I kind of started like rethinking things, only for the simple fact that yes, I believe our money should be our money. We shouldn't be like who pays this and who pays that. Even though I make more than her or whatever, even if she made more than me, I don't think it'll be any different just because of what I expect when I'm in a relationship, And if you're not that, then we don't need to be together. And I'm cool walking away if it's not gonna be the way I need it to be, and vice versa for any woman. If it ain't the way you want it, then find somebody who's willing to give it to whatever it is you're looking for. So the only thing besides the one pot thing that I would say is the reason why I'm kind of not one pot is I don't want her to come have to ask me to make every single purchase outside of what we budgeted for in the month, if that makes sense. I don't want to have to micromanage because I am going to be the manager of the finances. That's just the role out. I'm taking, and we both agreed I'm better with finances, so that's going to be the role I play in the relationship. But I literally don't want to have to sit there and every time she want to buy something, she sees something nice at Target, she got to call me up and say, hey, can I buy this? So we're going to set up our budget to where this is going towards the bills and this much is going towards our investments. Okay, you got this that going in your 401k. I don't know what brother said it, but he said he makes sure his wife max out the 401k and then she's straight. So everybody's contributing what they can to their retirement or whatever. And then we're gonna have a certain amount per month based on the percentage of money we bringing in individually that we can just put to the side, because she has an adult son who is needy sometimes, and I'm saying, okay, so he might call and ask for something. I don't want you having to call me every single time he asks you for money or every time your grandbabies need something or something like that. So take from this little amount that you're gonna be putting to the side and do that. Anything over that, then we can talk about it. So
is that an allowance, like so you can do it as you will with that money?
For both of us, really. Like whatever.
Like, as an allowance, you could do what you want with that money.
Yeah, like money that nobody has to question nobody about what we spending. Anything over that, then we come and talk and say, hey, I wanna do this, and what do you think about this? And can we talk about doing this? I don't know if that's still one pot or.
Well, so if Big Son needs something over her allowance,
then we talk about it.
Does it irk you? Does it irk you at all?
Being that I have older children too that are now young adults, and they don't call me and ask me for anything because I made it clear that if I give you anything, it's gonna come with a lesson, and you better not come back and ask me again. They don't like lessons apparently because they haven't asked me for nothing. So so yes, it does kind of irk me, and we've had talks about that. I'm like, once we combine our finances and everything like that, I mean, I know you're gonna want to help your son, but we gonna have to talk about that as a family if it's something, and if we ain't got it, we just ain't got it.
Question, Tommy, where is the money located? So let me just regurgitate. So there's $1,000 in the account after you pay all the bills, right? Let's just say out of that 1,000, you can use 300. She can use 300. Does it stay in that same account with the same debit card, or does she have a separate account as do you for the 300?
So I thought about this. We haven't combined finances yet. Like I said, we still engaged. Okay. I thought about this. What I was thinking was to have two separate savings accounts where we automatically allot a certain percentage of our income every paycheck. Like her allotment goes to that savings account, my allotment goes to this savings account, besides our emergency fund or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if you can possibly do that. It might just be a whole separate bank account or whatever, where we both have like savings over there, and then that percentage goes there, and then my percentage goes in mine.
So that sounds like a 5-pot. You got the emergency fund.
There's so much, yeah.
Savings account.
Well, the emergency fund is still our money. It's still
I
our money.
know. But, so here's two savings accounts. Obviously, you got two checking accounts because you would use a debit card of some sort, and then you got the emergency fund. And then what about the bills?
Everything. Okay, so this is how I envision it. Because like I said, we haven't done it yet. So we're gonna have one bank account where all the money goes. Okay. Except for like. Is it possible to even have two savings accounts under one bank? So we'll probably do something like that. So or three, because we got to have an emergency fund. Period. Like, but that's still our money. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So
and then where does the spending money come out of? The
spending
main
money
account?
goes in our little separate allotments that we say whatever you make from your check, just have them take out this percentage of every single check and then put it in that savings account.
You got 6 pots, Tom. Damn,
that's 6 pots, bro. That sounds like 3 to me.
Or you could.
Because you got the savings account. Hold on,
no,
John.
Right? It's crazy.
I got to let me help my brother. My man, hit me up on IG, man. We'll have a conversation.
All right. Go ahead. I don't want to clog up the
Tommy. They said you got 16.
Man, I don't want to do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that boy a chef, man. Look at the flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist.
All right, let me do this. John, you said you had a question for the men on the panel.
Yeah, my question is
well, let's do this. Let me just organize it real quick, John. So ask the question, let Bravado answer, and then TJ, after you answer, you can go into what you want to talk about. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so I guess to men, is your manhood negotiable? Please.
Who, mine?
Just the men on the panel.
No.
Is your manhood negotiable, TJ?
No.
Okay. Is your manhood negotiable?
My manhood or my respect is non-negotiable. Respect and manhood is non-negotiable. What is he? Period. It don't matter. It's the best thing ever.
Can you elaborate on what he means by that?
Yeah, but he's gonna have to dive into it. So I want to make sure TJ get his 2 cents in, and then we can go back to that. Go ahead, TJ. What's popping?
All right. Yeah, this is just so much. All of this is fucking frustrating. One, this shit about so let me get it clear on this. Have we established that provision is just strictly economical? Is that what we have established?
We haven't said it outright, but it, in terms of how the conversation has went, based on finances being a huge determining factor, I think that's what has been assumed thus far.
Then if that's the prevailing narrative, then we don't understand the assignment.
Okay,
we absolutely don't, because provision is economics is one portion of provision, and the thing that frustrates me is we go out of our way to find ways to make shit more difficult than it is. If you understand the assignment, part of the provision is, especially for a man, especially if you so-called practice Christianity, one of the things that you provide your woman is your life. That's the order for you to do that for the men. You are ordered to sacrifice your life for her. So when you start talking about submission and 50-50, all that shit go out the window, because there's nothing more valuable to a man than his life. There's nothing a woman can give a man that's more valuable than his life. None. Okay. And we sit around here, having conversations like that's not a that's not a thing. And we have maybe 2 generations now of us not understanding what our roles and responsibilities are, and nor are we trying to run to them. We're trying to make shit up as we go along, which is contributing to the failure.
Question, Bravado, and you're putting give your life under provision and not protection?
Protection, yeah. How? Husbands love your wives as Christ loves the church. That's provision. Christ gave his life for the church. Men, you are supposed to give your life for your wife. That's the instruction.
I know, but wouldn't be protection based?
It's both. The protection and the provisions. A lot of times we like to set, in a lot of ways we like to try to parse them out, but they're one and the same. And just because let me tell you something. If my wife made $700,000 a year, I don't think I'd be so keen on going to work either. I'll find other shit to do. Because how much do you need for one household? But yet, but I just don't like the fact that we have boiled down our male's responsibility just to an economic factor when the things that we provide for our home, the development of our home, is way more important than just a dollar. And I'm not minimizing the dollar, and I'm not one of these guys that believe that's going to sit around a home and be a house husband. I don't believe in that shit because I believe in productivity for a man.
Yeah, but you just killed your own argument then.
How?
Because you just said a big part of it is providing from a financial standpoint. You don't believe it's sitting around the house.
I said it's a piece of it.
Well, no, I'd imagine it'll be the majority piece though. It'll be the 51%. Because again, so let's take this into consideration, right? Is every man a father? No. So the only people you're working with a lot of the times are just going to be you and your wife. So if the family is consisted of you and your wife, what are you doing? You're not guiding, you're not leading anyone other than her. And can you say you're guiding and leading her if she's providing more financially than you? And that's supposed to be your role, your job.
But
and then furthermore, to your point, just real quick, and to your point of this, I guess if you want to look at it from the biblical sense of giving your life.
It's fantastic. You made a good point already. He should have replied already. You already nailed it.
I like the.
Go ahead, finish because I interrupted. Go ahead.
Well, no, and then furthermore, like I said, no disrespect, but to your premise, if you living, brother, you ain't gave your life. You know what I'm saying? If you still walking around here living, you know what I'm saying? You hadn't even provided what you're saying is the most important thing and part of provision.
But that's the expectation. There is no expectation for your woman to do that for you. There is no expectation. And because that expectation is there, this whole thing about that, you are somehow less than man or less than headship because you haven't given it up yet. That's wild to me.
Well, so let me ask a question. So, but even like in terms of protection, if she's the provider, is this being in this earth, is it safe?
What do you mean by is what safe?
Just being out in this earth every day in these streets.
No, it's not just in generally safe. No.
But what I'm saying is we send her out there because she the breadwinner, right? Damn, are we even protecting at that point?
Because she goes to work, because we let our woman go to work. That's not protection because she gets to leave the house.
I'm inquiring. The streets is mean. So I'm just inquiring. We having a conversation entirely. So the streets, to me, they are. So I'm just thinking.
Always been mean, even from biblical days. The streets were always mean. Women left the house all the time. There's always that risk.
They went to the well to get water.
Yeah, there was always that risk. So what we do? So were we afraid of risk now? That's where we at.
No, what I'm saying is providing, protecting. We went. See, y'all can't do that about her leaving the house if y'all went all the way to dying for her that quick. That ain't fair. So if we there, we got to stay there. If you talking about protecting, you in the house, she ain't. She going out into this earth every day. You aren't. That doesn't sound like protection to me.
Well, that's not even protection; it'd be provision. So that's what I'm saying, and that's why I think we remit to.
But see, Mr. Fantastic, so I like to do is follow the logic of the person who's up. So I'm putting myself in the shoes of saying what TJ's saying is right. So now they're all together, provision, protection, and this shit. And I just go ahead.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying too. And again, I understand he's saying. I can understand it's a good segue to make or blend. But most people would say the whole providing your life part would be a big part of the protection. And you are exactly right. The biggest, and that's why I say, hey, married men are the biggest simps because a woman's never expected to give her life up. If motherfuckers start shooting, somewhere or whatnot, what have you, you're expected to jump in front of that bullet and catch all of them, right? It's just so that your wife and your family can make it. That's something that's never expected of a woman. But like you said, how many people ever even face that situation? You know what I'm saying?
No,
so it's there.
I get the counterpoint that you're trying to make. Mine is this. We're going out, and this is just my opinion, or what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm just misreading this. We're going out of our way to provide a scenario in which we give our women excuses not to be dishonorable to their husbands, or to be disrespectful, or to not, for lack of a better word, bend the knee to their husbands because of the expectation, regardless if most of us are going to face that or not. We are sitting up here trying to figure out ways or giving arguments for our women to be able to justify them being unruly with us, and that makes her the least safe. When she's unruly with us, who the fuck else you think she being unruly with?
The other men in the world that's pussy too.
Well, guess what? She runs into a nigga like that's not pussy, and she's unruly.
Yeah,
because she doesn't understand. She lacks the respect, or because she thinks because her money means something or her job means something more than what it actually does. Income is for trinkets. Your house is a trinket. Everybody up on this panel that's living, your house is going to belong to somebody else one day.
Yeah. I don't think we're not disputing any of those things.
Now.
We're not disputing any of those things, but I mean, it's just a fact of life. So I mean, at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. It's material things are material things, but when you live in the society that you live in, you have to go by the rules of that society. That's never going to change. So again, just like the reason why we're having a conversation, or I guess you're saying tradition has changed, because traditions do change. I mean, I'm not walking around here in no damn Jesus sandals. I'm not going to the well to get no water. I'm not riding no motherfucking horse to work. You feel what I'm saying? So again, as time progresses, things change, brother. You feel me? So I understand what you're saying, and I think it's changing for the worse because we've given the women way too much power, too much say so, and they haven't been, brought to some sense of reasonableness. But you know what I'm saying, sticking to the main things of provision, protection, and then the other things that come with it. I think most men hold to that framework. You know what I'm saying? But if we start saying, hey, equal now I can tell you this: if you start telling motherfuckers that provision equal putting your life on the line, hey, a lot of motherfuckers like, hey man, I don't know about that. We're gonna have to reconsider that. You know what I'm saying? Coming in the gate.
But
because now we done shifted, you know what I mean? And everything is always with you ending up in the goddamn in the graveyard somewhere.
But that's the promise you're making when you decide to marry that woman, though.
Hey, Tommy,
whether you realize that or not. All right, fellas, I gotta get going because I still gotta get ready for my shit tonight. This is a good conversation. It's triggering as fuck, but I'm saying it's a good conversation.
Well, hey, but Bravado, what you added was key, man. All right, TJ, love you. Be safe. You heard?
All right.
What you say, Hank?
I said check the back chat, man.
No, I see you. I'm gonna hit you up on IG. My phone not with me. It's charging right now.
So Tommy, you wanted to talk the legend known as Triple
Hey
Black.
man, get you a secretary while you on the show, man.
Oh yeah, I got
Let one of the kids answer that phone, man. That house phone.
Yo,
first I want to say, homeboy definitely licked his thumb before he rubbed your head. That was kind of wild right there. Jeez. But for real though. But for real, my whole question is about like, okay, so you were saying like, and I don't know what world this exists in. You were saying how a woman grows resentment for you if she has to pay any amount of the bills. Like, can you clarify that? Wait, was that really what you were saying? Like, because I think Hamp was trying to get you to like say what amount or whatever, but I don't think he was clear on that. So I need some clarity on what you were saying.
I was more saying like taking care of a problem before it festers into something else. And I just know, just from experience and just from people, like every time that she has to pay that bill, every time she has to do it, it builds an underlying source of resentment. And like when shit hit the fan, that resentment will come out. A lot of dudes don't know that shit, dog. I'm just trying to tell you that if you can avoid a problem, like for instance, when I grew up, I've never heard my mom and my dad have a money conversation. Not no money. They had arguments, but it was never about the rent and all this type of shit. Because my dad just did it because he just he chose peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it, why the hell would I not do it and just let that shit go? That's one conversation that we're not going to have. We know that when in marriages, one of the biggest things that leads to divorce is finance. You know what I'm saying? It's almost about mitigating the risk that you're taking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's mitigating the risk. Like why let a problem fester when it doesn't have to?
I'm gonna cut you off right there because I see what you're saying, but my issue with it is that you think that you see a woman having to pay some of the bills as something that creates a problem in the household, and also the point you make about finances. I don't know if you can statistically prove that those financial problems where the marriage ended was a result of the woman having to pay some of the bills. It could have been something financial, like maybe the man had a gambling problem and she was forced to pay all the bills because he kept squandering his money gambling, or a drinking problem, and so he spent a lot of his money there. He had a drug problem, and so he wasn't pulling his weight with the bills there. You can't necessarily say if a woman has to pay any amount of bills in the household that it starts to create resentment. Now, in some cases that may be true in your anecdotal experiences with relationships, that may have been true. But I don't think that I don't think that a woman solely having to pay a portion of the bills, whatever portion that is a cause for resentment, as I think Callie Bell was trying to say to you earlier when you pulled out that stat about the marriages and things like that. So what do you say to that?
Let me use a different example. Let's just say you work for a company, right? And you were top salesperson, whatever, right? And you didn't have to pay for your health insurance. And all of a sudden, your employee, you know what? Even though you're the top salesperson, you're doing your shit. Now you gotta have to start paying a portion of it. You don't think naturally that you're gonna be a little bit resentful towards that?
Absolutely, but now you're changing the argument. Now you're
changing. No, I'm not. It's the same type of.
Let me tell you why. This is why. And yes, I will be a little resentful in that instance, but I'm not laying wood on my employer every night to where she would do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm not going home and doing other things with my employer, like making sure that the kids is straight and everything is settled when I get home, so that she doesn't have to be stressed out about things like that. There's so many other things that you can do within a marriage or relationship that can make up for not paying 100% of the bills, where your woman would absolutely love and appreciate you and not resent you. So I guess that's my whole problem with it. And I'm not saying you're like this. I think not most men, because I think there's a large percentage of men who think all they have to do is pay bills, and then everything gonna be straight in their relationship. That woman could resent you in so many other ways that you wouldn't even that you wouldn't even see coming. Facts. If that's the way you're thinking. So facts. So the point that you're trying to make about, if you're not paying 100% of the bills, then your woman has to pay bills, she will resent you. I think that's absolutely false to say, because there's so many other ways, so many other sliders that you can that you can increase within your relationship to where you're still the best man walking on earth to her. Quiet. Go sit over there. You're still the best man walking on earth.
I think there's some nuance that you got. There's some nuance that you guys you just don't want to accept. It's not until you hit the fan, the shit hit the fan, that you're gonna start finding out this shit. Okay, they'll be compliant but let something really major happen to where, even if it's 70-30, where it's 50-50. I mean, there's going to be some resentment there. That's all I'm saying. There's going to be some resentment. Sometimes the resentment, it can take 10 years, it can take 20 years, but there is some resentment there. It's like, why not take care of the situation when you can take care of the situation, especially if she knows that you have the means of taking care of the situation. You don't think there's going to be some resentment there? This nigga's still making me pay, or this.
Right.
So are you? So are you paying? So are you paying?
Because she had to go.
So
to
are
work
you
every
paying
night.
just to? Are you paying just to cover the resentment?
He paying to shut her up.
Well,
okay,
it's not even that. It's just like you're. It's like.
That's what it sounds like.
All right.
But brother,
Hey, you know what, man?
She gonna have some resentment because she got to go work every goddamn morning. She got resentment.
You got. There you go. You can't. You just can't pay.
You're right. You have to go work every goddamn morning. So she's gonna be resentful. You just. But you kind of proved my point right there.
Right. But Triple Black, you got a bigger. But Triple Black, you got a bigger problem though.
Yeah.
You're trying to cover the resentment, but you're not dealing with the bigger problem.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is if you cover the money thing, she's gonna have resentment in another area.
That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta make sure
you have to understand that if a woman has a resentment issue, it's a deeper issue than just money.
Yeah.
It's some issue that you're not dealing with. So you have to find out what that issue is to deal with, because she should be happy in just being a wife and a duty of what a wife's supposed to do. And you should be happy just being a husband, what a husband's supposed to do. Anytime you're covering something up, you covering the resentment, all you're doing. You're using money.
Yeah, but
But you guys don't want to admit that there's some resentment there every time that she has to fucking pay a bill.
I don't think
that's the part I
That's what he's saying. I said the same thing you said, Triple Black. Any woman that's paying 1%, a lot of women feel like they shouldn't have to do anything other than be pretty and give up some pussy when they feel like it. Okay, but the problem is this: that woman is a woman that you really shouldn't be fucking with, or dealing with, or you need to train her to the point to get her to understand and realize, like, hey, what do you want here? Like, what are we adults? What's going on? Okay, so do you really want? Because you this, and then give them examples of, I gave you this, I did this, you wasn't happy. I gave you this, you still wasn't happy. I gave you this, someone gave you this, and you're still not happy. So listen here. And this, I do agree with John with this. It is your job to be happy. I don't believe in the whole marriage makes you happy thing. That's something totally different, because two people coming together is a very, very difficult dynamic. I don't think a lot of people understand. But you as an individual person,
you don't disagree with me on nothing, so stop with that. Go ahead.
But listen, brother. Listen, you as an individual has to be happy with yourself, and you have to have a state of happiness just maintained across the board. Period. Right? And then the person you guys working together to come to whatever goals you've set, and to make it to the end with each other forever. That's another thing in itself. That journey should be a form of happiness too. But yeah, man, if you just got an ungrateful bitch, bro, hey, that's failing before you even start. If she's complaining about everything, and she feel like she ain't got to bring nothing but herself, she is the table, one of these I am the table hoes. Hey, send her ass to the motherfucking Goodwill.
You know what's crazy about this conversation, right? Like, if you ask most husbands, right, will they give up their life for a woman? Most of them would be like, for their woman or their wife or their kids, right? He wouldn't be considered a simp. But if he take care of everything, he would be considered a simp. What sense does that make?
Well, the sense is this
about what people think about you and your marriage.
But what I'm saying is, what sense does that make?
I can tell you.
Here's the logic behind why he's saying that.
Yeah, again, that's an understanding that you have when you become a husband on Triple Black. You when you become a husband and a father, you agree to the terms of, if necessary, I will lay down my life to protect my family. That's your job in those roles. Now, you on the other hand, again, in this modern age, again, thinking about where we are today, and you're basically paying a woman to be with you, you have 100% of the risk, and you literally get nothing back in return now. She's only having an investment. Now you've paid for everything, and then, like you said, if it's in the situation where you have this woman that resentment, even if and when, and I told you, there's been several situations recently to where women they've been housewives and they haven't had to pay any bills. You know what they still had? That same damn resentment. So now you've done all of this. She's still not happy. She leaves you and takes more of your money at the back end. So now you're paying double.
Yeah.
So that's why.
I mean, but
let me catch up on these.
Would you say that kids that are raised in go ahead?
Let me catch up on these real quick, Triple Black. See, the pals with the fellas is, guys, women will complain about men working hard and too long, What do you mean less stress? Stop feeding into the talking points. Damn, you got a point there. No cupcake. Triple Black with the $5 says, can we just admit that there's some resentment there? We are wired for the path of least resistance. Men value peace. It's not that complicated. Darius with the $10 says, Hank, do you think that one pot would work for the beginning, pre-engagement, engagement, and once into the marriage, things can be separated, especially since most men will always make more money? You want to reply to that real quick, Hank?
No, I think you need to do when you get it. I guess engaged. That's when you need to get the one part started. But the conversation needs to be had way before the engagement. You should have that conversation and how you feel, how your comfort level with it during your dating vetting process. That's when the conversation needs to be coming about. You don't wait till you engage the woman. By then, you're damn near too late. Then it should be going through a vetting conversation. You should be talking about finances. Then I don't know why we are scared to have a financial talk with the individual we are planning on marrying. I don't understand that.
Word. Andre with the $2 says, Q ellipsis John ellipsis the reprobate mind let have it.
Correct. I agree with that one.
God, you with the $5 was popping says, the problem is the leader is equated to who has the most money, but if I'm still expected to protect and possibly die for the family, why would I not be? See, this Bows with the $5 says, I'm with John on this one. You can be a leader and not make the majority of the funds. If you find a woman that and she makes more, then she makes more. Shout out to my brother Jonathan.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
John with the 20 ball says, so all these great men in history who led and created a dent in the world, ellipsis, if their wives made more, would that take away from their leadership capability? No. If your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle.
Nah, that ain't the same thing. I ain't gonna let you do it. Ain't the same thing at all.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It ain't the same thing.
Genghis
Just
Khan
cause you said it don't mean the same thing.
Stop. Genghis Khan had wild bread. Stop. Solomon, everybody, stop the cap.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Mustache man, stop.
Go, bro.
Almond eyes with the flat out.
Run your show.
George
Run your
Bush.
show. Shut up.
George Bush. You mean to name more leaders? who owned the Cowboys? What's his name?
Jerry Jones.
Your memory better than mine. Your memory better than mine. So you can win this argument no matter what. So keep on going.
Hey man, but no, he got a point though. I mean, it shouldn't be tied to that, but I just the unfortunate circumstances of what the reality is, you know. Almond eyes with the $5 says, who on this panel has said that every time she wants to buy something, they need permission? I have not heard any men say that. No, nobody said that. Mr. Redu was popping with the $5 says, one pot is outdated based on the amount of blended family relationships. Traditional finance doesn't work with modern relationships. Canary in the coal mine with the 7 Canadian says, throw out the traditional talk for good. In the turn of the 19th century, traditional marriage was when women and children were the husband's property. Damn. Steppenwolf was popping with the $5 says, what up, though, Hamp? Salute to the panel. I'm late. That's a fact. Scuba Gunner Jr. was popping with this and says, provision is absolutely not economical. Neither is leadership. Hamp, giving your life for your wife isn't always protection. It can be sacrificing your body in a dangerous or grueling line of work. Okay. I'm just saying with the $2 says, okay, Tommy, ellipsis. Your idea of marriage, ellipsis, spot on, best wishes. God, you with the $2 says, it's 30% plus or minus of divorce is finance. He's not wrong. Okay. Steppenwolf with the 20 ball says, what's crazy is Hamp, when they single, they not paying 100%. I've done both. Pay all 50%. They still complain. Yeah. Shout out to DC Gaming member was popping, became a member. I appreciate you. I don't got my soundboard up, man, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you for locking in. The dating pool with the $2 says, stop letting the incels speak. It sounds delusional. Jesus Christ, man.
Who's the incel?
Me.
Don. She might be.
I'm the only one that's talking about men don't have to make money.
I don't know who you talking about. HQ. They said HQ, man. Damn. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Q, where we at, you think, man? Oh, go ahead, Callie.
I was just gonna say, I think having one pot helps both people realize how much money is actually going in and coming out, so they can curb whatever spending habits that they might have. So, if both people are aware of, we have this amount of money for bills and this amount of money is left over, I think people would be more mindful of what they spend for their, for their hobbies and entertainment. Like as far as like traditional marriage and stuff like that is concerned, my mom and my dad both worked. They both made about the same amount of money. My dad extra out by a couple of thousand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was darn near like what 48, 52 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But even though he made a little bit more than what she did, she was still responsible for writing the checks and everything like that. He knew what was coming in and out because that's back in the day when he used to have to do the register or whatever like that for the checkbook.
Yeah.
But either way, she was the one that was still responsible for writing all the checks. So she would also be aware of what was going on as far as in and out money. So she would know that, okay, well, I can't buy extra, 2 pairs of pantyhose when they used to wear pantyhose back in the day. She couldn't buy her extra 2 pairs of pantyhose or whatever because she was aware of what the accounting looked like. So I think it's actually better for both people to have one pot. You're responsible for, for one account or whatever. And then both people are still putting their money in, but both people are still looking at what is going in and out. So that way you can both be aware of what's going on.
That's disaster waiting to happen.
So, anecdotally, Callie, I've seen it happen absolutely oppositely, where they saw all that money in that motherfucker and started burning it up.
The person who gets it first, whoever can spend it first wins. That's a nightmare waiting to happen.
Wouldn't that speak to the person's spending habits and not necessarily to the idea of the one pot in and of itself?
No, it speaks to bad concept from the beginning. Some things are just a bad system. Bad systems exist. That's a bad system. There's no and my bad.
One word: communication.
And when we know that communication is never where it needs to be, bro. Everybody complains about communication because, again, unless you're even if you're constantly talking, like remember the game they used to teach us in elementary school, telephone, right? You can tell somebody what you said, but even if you tell them, what are they going to say it verbatim to the next person? Of course not. So that's what I'm telling you. And then like, okay, let's say like there, and there, right? Which there are we talking about? Oh, well, you said this there, and I thought you mean. So that's the problem with what I'm saying. Communication, bro, it just leaves too much for personal interpretation. And if it comes to where, oh shit, we got $1,000 in a thing, and like I said, men or women or whoever, hey man, this thing I've been wanting for forever, it's a 50% deal on, I've been waiting for it. So that's $500. Well, what you didn't know is that we had the $500 left over, but I was trying to, spend the $500 for anniversary that's coming up next month. You didn't think about that, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say, bro, that's just a disaster waiting to happen, man.
But that's a lack of
But it's not like playing telephone. It's only
what
communication
it is.
between
I'm only got to tell it to one person. That's all I got to do is tell it to one person.
And that person still has their own interpretation, and that person still has their own mind, and you have to get them the message in time.
I got you. So what you need to do is have quarterly meetings. You need to have. Do y'all not have?
You get paid quarterly. You get paid weekly or monthly.
I understand that.
Well, they have weekly meetings then.
So
you definitely going to be fucked up. You talking about quarterly?
So fantastic. That's why we have the meeting, so we can present a budget. If that means we don't need to have it quarterly, if that means we need to have at least once a month, then we adjust accordingly. It depends on the person you with. If the person I'm with is not good financially, has got a bad budget, and it's not all about that, more than likely she's gonna have limited access to the accounts. Or if I'm the one who has bad money management, I'm gonna have limited access to the accounts.
So my point would be this.
That means if I have to have a meeting every week, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Well, Hank, question though, what have we seen in terms of the nature of people who aren't the ones earning the money. And I'm talking about people. So when you see people, when you see people hit the lottery, when you see people on Section 8, right? Kids, like people who ain't bringing in the money care a lot less about where the money goes and how it's spent. Just people from what we see in the earth. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I'm a man all about money. I'm the same man that will give up sex for some money any day. I'm all about money. So if I see she has bad spending habits, she's bad with money, she's not going to be with me.
Okay.
I'm not going to get with that woman. She don't have a choice. She don't have a chance with me. I will move on to the next.
Yeah, but hold on, Ham.
So now like even if that person has, even if that person does have bad spending habits, whether you have one pot or three pots, you know what I'm saying, one joint account and two separate, or if you just have your both separate accounts and y'all pay, if they bad with money, they bad with money, period. Either
they don't
way.
have access to your money, right?
Yeah, but they don't have access to your money.
But either way, even if you're doing it like on some, even if you're doing it like on some 50-50 stuff or whatever, if they have bad spending habits, they can't be relied on to bring that 50 into the playing field in the first place.
But
bad spending habits are bad spending habits. I don't care how many accounts that you have.
Don't get with them.
Yeah, but hold on.
It sounds like Mr. Fantastic. It sounds like Mr. Fantastic. You sound like Triple Black and doing that trying to cover up.
Trying to cover ass and big titties. I got you, Fantastic.
Nah, Mr. Fantastic is saying, look here, goddamn it, you can fuck your money up, but you can fuck my money up. And if you fuck your money up,
but it sounds like John had a.
That's what I'm saying though. But that's the thing. I was about to ask you. How do you know that until you get in a relationship with a person? I imagine that you. I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. I'm not getting no joint account with a bitch I'm not married to. That's not even a consideration.
Fantastic. He answered that already. He said he pulling her credit report and all that. He gonna mine it out. So her credit.
Nigga, the goddamn feds. I was like, well, damn, brother, I ain't thinking about going that far.
I'm gonna have a credit score, Mr. Fantastic.
Well, if you think about taking somebody on, hey, that's a great point. That is this. Hey, bitch, you got too many collections, so we can't do this. I can still take that little pussy, take that head. Hey, but we can't motherfucking do nothing past that. But yeah, man.
And if she's worth it, I'm gonna get her some financial literacy courses. We're gonna have some type of budget. We're gonna get this shit together.
Go ahead, John.
So Fantastic. Fantastic. You sound like Triple Black a few minutes ago. We talking about doing that resentment thing. He's trying to cover up. He's trying to cover up the money with money, but keep her from being resentful. You sound like the same thing when it comes to dealing with this situation right now. If she has a bad habit, you still got to deal with the problem. You can't avoid it. You have to deal with it. You have to set up parameters, and that they have to operate by, and you have to be able to have a system in place so it doesn't happen.
What I'm saying is I understand that, right? But you're gonna learn that. Like you said, a lot of people are going to learn this after the fact. Now Hink's thing and Hink's way of doing things, cool, fine. But I don't even think a lot of women are even going for that. Which I think Hink has a great point. But you ask a woman, hey, let me see your credit report. Hey, that's going to be shaky from jump. Okay.
You can look. Fantastic. You can look at mail, like, you know what I'm saying, past due notices and stuff like that, pink notices and everything. If she always asking you for money or whatever like that, because I need help with this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's a good indicator too. Without going straight to the credit report.
If she a poor ass hoe, I already know that. Like I said, and she can't get, she's dick only. That's it. But what I'm saying is a lot of people hide their finances very well. I mean, I don't know if y'all heard of Bernie Madoff, right? He was able to hide billions. So trust me, it's not that hard to hide a couple of thousands of you being behind and so on and so forth. Outside of, like he said, your credit report or so on and so forth, right? But I don't think a lot of people are doing that much of due diligence. What I'm saying, John, is that it's not avoiding anything. It's just a point of a matter where I have my protection. I'm actually building a barrier of protection for me, so where it's if you fuck the money up on your side, you fucked up your money, not our money. Now we're both in a hole, and now whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Is this your wife or your girl?
That's what I'm saying.
Because imagine if it's just a girl, if this is just your girl that y'all just dating, y'all live in the same place, it's not an issue no way. But if y'all are married,
no, it is an issue. No, you just hold on. How is it not an issue? You just said y'all living in the same place. She got a
No, I'm saying
responsibility to some kind of bill.
No, what I said. What I'm saying, if y'all just dating, y'all not living together, this is not an issue. If
Well,
y'all
yeah,
not
of course.
living together.
So we're talking about a cohabitation situation.
So
we
if
got to be
it's
talking about a
cohabitation,
cohabitation situation for it to matter, John.
So if it's cohabitation, then if you're living together, then this is something you have to solve the problem anyway. You can't just keep
Yeah,
hiding
you
the
leave
issue.
her the
You
fuck
have-
alone. That, like Hink said, I'm with Hink 1,000% away. If we agreed to, hey, you have a responsibility to X amount of percentage for the bills, or these are the bills you're supposed to cover, and the first time you come along with you're short, and it's not because of, hey, you didn't get as many hours or something like that, and I find out it's because, you know, just reckless spending. Yeah, that's as far as we can go, because again, you're a financial liability, and that's something I can't afford. Especially then too, we're not even talking about, like, all of us are like what, 35, 40 years old. So especially at this age, because you ain't got to figure it out by 40. I can't teach you shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I can teach.
Yeah, you ain't telling no lies.
I agree, but and that's one of our problems as Black people. We need to have more of these conversations about finances. That should be one of the requirements and our standards as men talking to these ladies. I need to know what I'm about to invest in. Are you a goddamn money pit? And if that's the case, I can't be with you.
Damn, man, this was interesting. I hope we had the conversation in good faith. What you think, Q?
I think we did. And I think we got down to what is more the reality. I heard a lot of 2 and 3 pot conversations, and I think that's more realistic, but
facts.
It's my take.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely with Kasim in terms of how I operate naturally. You know, I think that she feels good kind of in that realm. You know, but the brothers is right. Motherfuckers still complain. I mean, it's just natural, I guess. Triple Black. Any final thoughts on this, Playboy?
Man, it's just an interesting conversation because I came up and I you know, being in banking for over like 16 years, I've seen so much of this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said there's never going to be one pot. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of bodies buried everywhere. And the thing where I've seen where it works out the best, and it's just from my experience and for what I've seen is when the man just doesn't let the money be an issue, especially when it comes to day-to-day bills and like mortgages and stuff like that. I just think like I said in the super chat, we're wired for the path of least resistance, and men we're you know, we're kind of wired just for peace. We're not trying to have any type of chaos. And I think anything that you can do to kind of mitigate the risk that you're taking, especially with a woman, you're gonna take it. You know, especially if you have the means to do it. And one of the things is money. You know, the money issue. If you can take care of that, that's just something that you can get out of the way. You know, that's not a conversation that you're gonna really have, and I think it's just a waste of time.
Word. It's a fantastic. He froze. Any final thoughts on this? Mr. Fantastic. We can't hear you.
Yo. Yeah, man. My whole thing is, listen, bro. Protect your money. Again, money is the most important thing in this world today we live in the country we live in. You need that shit to survive. You need that shit to eat. You need it for food, clothing, shelter, the basics. You need it for you know, having fun, having your leisure time. So don't ever play with your money, bro. I'm with Hink 1,000%. I know for a fact one of the major conversations Black people do not have anything about finances and financial literacy. You know, investing, saving, you know, just making smart decisions with money, assets versus liabilities, all those different things. There's a lot of stuff, man, that we don't cover. And as adults, like you said, marriage is the most important business decision. I'm gonna say this again. Marriage is the most important business decision you'll ever make in your life, if you're crazy enough to make it. And that's all I got.
Word. John?
Yeah, men, you determine, discuss with your weaker vessel, formulate a plan, and you determine what direction you want the family to go in. Consider the weaker vessel, make a plan based on the weaker vessel, and what's best for y'all going forward. If it's one pot, 2 pot, 3 pot, whatever it is, just make a plan and stick to it. Also, last point is manhood is not negotiable. I don't care if you make 35,000 and she make 100,000. Your leadership, your manhood is not negotiable. Always continue to be a man.
Word. Hank.
Man, look, shout out to you and Q for having this show, having this conversation, man. I think it's greatly needed. I would love to see more us as black folks have be more financial literate. That is a thing that should be a must. I understand as most black people, our parents didn't really pass shit down. They didn't even know, they barely knew how to balance a checkbook. But in 2024, there's no excuses now. Whether you need to go online, have conversation. Matter of fact, if you have to pay for classes, do what you need to do to get financially literate, so you could operate like you should as a man and as a family.
Word. Kelly Bev.
Well, I think team one pot is the way to go. Makes things less complicated. Everybody already knows what they're dealing with, and there's only one budget. There's only one allowance or whatever like that that y'all share. It's a whole lot easier if you base your expenses on one person's income, and the rest of that income you play with, you invest, you do whatever y'all gonna do with it. As far as people's spending habits or whatever, I think that's more what you need to focus on and everything, and that'll that you probably should base your decision based off of their spending habits versus having a whole bunch of multiple accounts. I think that's a little bit unnecessary. Get to the root of the issue, spending habits, how you spend your money, what you spend your money on, see if y'all are compatible that way, and then you go ahead and you move from there instead of trying to work around a potential issue by having separate accounts.
Word. Kasim?
I'll just say this. When it comes to provision, as men, we have to provide stability in finances, and that's very, very pivotal. Being able to provide that stability in finances is going to give you a lot more peace of mind within yourself. It's also going to have more peace in your household. You're going to get better outcomes. You're going to get more cooperation. So, let that be the bedrock of your entire union, right? Everything to go in peace.
Word. Q, what you think, man?
Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts. The first thought that threw me, first of all, shout out to the whole panel and everybody in the chat. No Cupcake, you said you worked in banking?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. But that was one of the first thoughts. It's nothing about you gives banking.
Well, I am.
I'm gonna say what everybody else is thinking. But aside from that, I think I agree with Fantastic's points, a lot of Fantastic's points. I think that Hank and Callie, I respect y'all. I think if you're over the age of 45, that one pot might be able to work for you. I think if you are under 45 and or smart, you will make sure that you have more than one pot, because there is no benefit outside of that. I just don't see it being a modern day thing.
You ain't shit.
I'm keeping it a band. I don't think it's a modern day thing. However, if she is not willing to contribute to any pot at all, run. If she is willing to contribute, she may be a solid bitch, and that's just my big takeaway.
Yeah, man. That one pot shit it's just hard, man. I don't know.
Come on,
man.
OG. Come on, OG.
That gets somebody choked out, man. Like I just I can't. I seen too many movies. Y'all didn't watch Snowfall?
Not just Hamp. I seen this shit in real life. Hamp. I got some man. Anybody that's been in the military, bro, they can give you stories, bro. I seen shit where dudes got the whole house cleaned out, bank account, everything, bro, and like no communication.
Mr. Fantastic, you had your final thought, Playboy. That question was rhetorical.
We ain't worry about no damn drug dealing. We got pimps and drug dealers. This is all niggas like over here.
Oh man,
all the nigga shit.
If Franklin can get got, you can too. That's the takeaway. Damn,
Franklin
man,
got that twice.
I hear it. I like when we had a conversation when Hank was initially saying it. The women on that panel, majority were agreeing with it. You know, Miss Nay had some pushback. When you initially hear the pushback, you like, oh, Miss Nay must be off. But what she was saying when you re-listen to it is actually valid. But because of the majority was agreeing, I'm like, okay, I can see it, but I don't actually do it in real life. And then this is corny, but if all your money in one pot, she can't buy you shit. Like she buying you shit with your money. I wonder why you only getting socks every time you turn around.
She's buying you shit with y'all's money.
Callie,
and
this
then,
is my final thought, Callie.
No, that's right, Callie. Stay on his neck.
That pregnant pause was not for you to jump in. I've been trying to practice those more. I don't like it that much though. Bub does it, it annoys me, so I won't be doing pregnant pauses anymore. Now that I think about it. But damn, man, we got to do a part 2. But I feel like we attacked it from all the angles. Does anybody think there's an angle we may have missed?
No, I think it was nice that you had perspectives from different people in different situations and different levels, so you would get an opportunity to see how they make it work within the dynamic of their relationship.
Now Callie and you think so? Well, let me just talk to these two Negroes.
If Cupcake as a banker should know about the angles we should miss as far as the loans and bank loans and all of that and credit checks that they're going to have to do combined. You know, I don't know why he didn't talk about it, but that's a different subject.
Yeah. Now, Callie, Callie and Mr. Fantastic, you see how everybody jumped in when it was asked for an actual question? You notice that?
Well, make sure you make it rhetorical next time, brother. You asked the question, answer.
Was that a shot at me? Was that a shot at me, Hank?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Why you didn't talk about that? That's what I was.
No, I mean I tried to talk about it a little bit, but y'all made it something else. But next time I'll get into it.
Don't you like you made it something else?
No, I didn't make it something else. It went off the rails, and they kept kicking me off anyway.
You did good though, man. Damn, man. I gotta read the rest of your super chats and acknowledge them. Y'all can hang out if y'all want to, man.
Hold on here, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Real quick to answer that question though. I think the one part we didn't go into, and I think we would need more women for that. Okay. You said the women agreed when Hank presented what he presented, but I noticed they asked, would the man be the sole provider? And I think that part needs to be addressed. Like, does that then make a difference about the one pot? Because now if it becomes, oh no, he's not, will they have a difference of opinion?
Yeah, I got you. Because why not make it one pot when that's the access to the money?
It's his money, right?
So why wouldn't I agree to it? Damn, that's a good one.
I go back to being a beta because I make the less. I make the least.
Hey man, shit happens.
Yeah, man. Everybody move different, John. Get in how you fit in.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, man. You can make it look however you want.
Don't believe that. That sounds like some your truth bullshit.
No, I'm just saying when it comes to one pot, we'll talk about it more. You know, he was talking about banking laws and those different type of things. You can make it. You ever heard of this saying that says, you want to have everything but own nothing? That's what I'm talking about. I'm on that.
I know what that means. So let me see what HQ is saying. HQ. Oh, I read this one. HQ with the $2 says budgets is the subject, not woman bashing. Nobody got bashed today. Steppenwolf with the $5 says I paid all the bills and done 50-50. They still complain him. I already know, man. AL with the $2 says it's not just knowing finances, it's about discipline. I
Yes,
agree.
amen. Amen.
Shout out to Hank Deasy was in the building. This is Mr. Payne, right? Yeah. Marriage, politics, and
Yeah.
sports. Salute. Real love. Appreciate you for the memberships, bro. Whoever got hit with them, please maintain them. Dario was in the building, of course. Enos, why you ain't come up today, Enos? Kasim, salute. Appreciate you. HQ was wilding. I'm just saying, always here wilding. Shout out to Nightish, stopped by. AL locked in the whole time too. Damn, that's what's up. Shout out to Hank for hitting the panel, of course. Shout out to my OG Mike Brown in the building. Caesar's Palace, of course, always here. Shout out to Marcellus, been a member for 3 months and gifted a membership. Shout out to Lauren, crazy ass, for locking in as always. I'm surprised she ain't text me when we was late, Q. She always bothering me, so salute to her. Andre Dale, what's up, Dre? Appreciate you, bro. Let me see who else was in the building today. Sun Kissed, always, of course. Shout out to Danielle, Normal Nerd, always here. Appreciate you. John locked in. Like I said, we ain't seen John in a minute, man. It was good that he popped up. Twizzy hit the link one time before, man. You must be at work. Shout out to Tommy for seeing us on Lapeef. Did such a great job. Appreciate you for coming up, Tommy. Shout out to my brother Tony in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Who else we got? Bravado hit the chat for a second. What stream he got today? Somebody drop Bravado's link in the chat, please. Shout out to my brother Triple Black. Always coming stirring up trouble. He talking about it took a turn. Yeah, you hit the link. What you think was gonna happen? Shout out to Darius in the building. God, you in the building. Thank you. My brother Scuba always here. Appreciate you. John always locked in. I know he at work. Almond Eyes always locked in. Almond Eyes, you should hit the panel one day, man. Shout out to Canary in the building. Mr. Redu in the building. Steppenwolf was a little late, but he made it. Did I read everybody? I'm sure I read everybody. Did I read this one? I didn't read this one. Danielle with the $10 says, men always tell women it doesn't matter what we think. A man should found attractive in a woman. So why are the men on here doing the same thing? Women equivocate providing with money. Oh shit.
Good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Damn, I missed this one. Sorry, Danielle. Damn, we gotta answer that.
You gotta read that again.
Anybody on their phone right now?
Yeah.
I forgot how to screenshot on my damn laptop. Hey, I need to remember this question. She said, men always tell women it doesn't matter what we think a man should find attractive in a woman. So why are the men on here doing the same thing when women equivocate providing with money? That is true. If the person you providing for is telling you how they see providing, is that what it is, or they got it all wrong? That's interesting. Did you get it, John?
Yeah, I got it.
I appreciate
Send it to you now.
I bet. Let me see. Shout out to Decent Gaming for becoming a member. I got HQ right. Yeah, I know I did. She wildin'. Spoon Zaza was popping with the Canadian $5. He said, "Drinks up." You already know, B. Damn, that was a good one, man. I like it. Yeah, man. We 3 hours and 45 minutes, so that was pretty long. AL was talking about it's over already. We usually be like 6 hours. That's why. But we got a late start today. I'm starving, man. Damn, you send me something? Oh, all right.
Screenshot. Picture.
Word, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. Do the right thing. We'll be back tomorrow with the midday. Then we got the night. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the night. Tomorrow night, I think I want to assess the sisterhood, quote unquote. Because we always use the term, but did we ever dive into what it entails? You know?
Yeah, I'd be curious because I have no idea what the sisterhood actually is.
Yeah, I think I do, but I got a couple questions. I want to get some clarification.
It's a code. It's a code.
Yeah, well, I think that'll be interesting tomorrow. Then we'll do that tomorrow night for sure. And I will be whooping Love's ass, like I said, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, Hamp, I sent it on IG to you. That
Okay,
picture
perfect.
screen, yeah, screenshot.
Perfect. JT would have followed and said, "Damn, I missed it. This is 5 for keeping y'all going for 4 more hours." Hell nah, man. Mm-mm. Damn, man, this was a good one, man. Good shit, Q.
Show. If it's taboo, we got to talk about it.
Indeed, Cowabunga, man. I think Hank sparked this shit, right? Keep it a bean, like 8 months ago.
Yep.
Damn, man, that's when he had them moist on the pen. You know what? Never mind. I digress.
Hey, everybody but Nate. I got you, Q. I got you.
Wow.
You thought you could put them squinty eyes on everybody. Hell no.
Yeah, you're gonna get it for that one.
Q, there you go. Don't start.
You're gonna get it for that one.
Be in a good place, man. Be in a good place.
That's what's up. We in a good place.
Wow.
Man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we out.